UK, get yourselves ready for Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K. will be hosting a monster week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m., 12 Shield, General YAHANNA, Scripture Breakdown class, live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m. I.S.U.P.K. opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m. street party and barbecue at I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom, 10 p.m. nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester, special guest performance by 144 The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in central London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m., Let a Hebrew Speak, live with 12 Shield, General Hazayan Banyamya, 7 p.m. England Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham with 12 Shield, General Mahayam, 9 p.m. Black Watch, live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Shakespeare Theatre and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784.
Kevin's records.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy. Haratia. When me say U.P.K, UK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice. Full of vibes, man a play football, shoes aside. If I no football you like one go shoot the dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee gets scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, then you to ride them to connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round. You're not safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red, hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth, them you send the Terminator them dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long, they in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan is a place where you're juvenile are the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one dad. Man have to bleach, but I never zone. At the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You be dead if you a Christian, devil in strong. A trick done, them want we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man name is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.
Chemistry cards.
And I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop to stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact a fiction. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I came to do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Barry. How you real trickin' on them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, was a demon to a cult leader. When he said something, I ain't hear him, this shit light work. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain break. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you won't never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angel for your brother's blood. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, I'm sober. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, all these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promised nigga this, promised nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sean, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people dropping like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit. I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but man, what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm 44 the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They just head on, nigga. Pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop to stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is it fact or fiction? Revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get him crack as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on his Glock and call it Young Perry. How you real trickin' on them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, was a demon to a cult leader. When he said something, I ain't hear him, this shit light work. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you will never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brother's blood. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
UK, get yourselves ready for commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K will be hosting a monster week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m., 12 Shield, General Mahayaman, Scripture Breakdown class, live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m., I.S.U.P.K, opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m., street party and barbecue at I.S.U.K United Kingdom, 10 p.m., nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester, special guest performance by 144, The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in central London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m., Let a Hebrew Speak, live with 12 Shield, General Hazayan Banyamya, 7 p.m. England Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham with 12 Shield, General Mahayaman, 9 p.m. Black Watch, live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Shakespeare Theater and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784.
Lucky I can't. Hold on, wait a minute. My sound messing up. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if it's this.
What is he hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Hold on. Wait a minute. It might be my charger. Hold on. Let me plug this back in and see. Yeah, I can hear.
Most High in Christ, man. This is done about 7 days, man. 7 days of Tabernacles in Edinburgh Castle, man. Commanding General YAHANNA, all his generals, the brothers from America. You know what I mean? Piccadilly Circus. You know what I mean? Boring, Birmingham, King's Standing. This and Leicester as well, man. Leicester, Gravel Street. What's the club called? All Black Party Club Glamour, man. Make sure you reach. This is gonna go off, man. Make sure you're there, man. £200 entry fee for King James Castle. Make sure you reach. Bring the family, the wife. It's gonna go down. Finally, in the UK, Commander Johan is coming to the UK, man. To the UK school, man. Gonna be in Birmingham, Warwickshire, London, Central London. You know, I'm going to Edinburgh. You know what I mean? We're going to Leicester. Listen, man, make sure you're there, man. If I was you, I'll call the number on the screen. Then put the number up now. I'll call 079 607 46784, 079 607 46784, man. You know, and get the information from the school and make sure you're there, man. It's gonna be epic, man. It's lucky, Dongle. What are you saying?
So, like, give me 1 second, damn. My phone's broken, man.
Bro, join the club, man.
It couldn't have happened at a worse time, man.
What happened? You're not holding the charge.
You see what it is? Like I had a fast charger in it so it would work, and then it stopped working. So now only them cheap little Poundland chargers are working with it, and then half the time it stops charging, man.
Bro, you
Listen,
gotta build up the charger, you get me, and set it in a certain way, you get
I
me.
can't lose this phone. You know why? All my breakdowns, all my history breakdowns and scripture breakdowns is in there. Listen, I can't lose this phone. I'm telling you.
Why you better get iCloud, man. You better get iCloud, man. Transfer that, man.
I don't know how that even works.
Same. But you see, you already got your garment already and everything already.
Listen, my garments on the sewing machine as we speak, man.
But you see, you going for 3 wools this time.
Listen, I might go for 5 wools this time.
That's right.
My garments on the sewing machine as we speak, man.
That's
This trip is gonna be fire. Listen, I wish we could give you like the insight to. Listen, obviously, me and Officer Croft, you know, we've been behind the planning. Listen, a lot's gone into it, man. Like it's gonna be a great week. Oh, listen, the sisters have planned tons of activities also, man.
Come on.
It's gonna be excellent. I suggest you come on down, man. Listen, man. It's 7 days away, but you still can make it, man. Listen,
That's right.
man. A terrorist escaped from prison the other day, man, and you mean to tell me you can't jump on a plane? Listen, man. He escaped from a maximum security prison, man. And you're trying to tell me you, a free man, can't make it to the UK?
Come
Listen,
on.
no excuse. Graphic, no excuse is good enough. Even that man escaped from prison. He escaped from a maximum prison. And he hid on the bottom of a van, man. Listen, you go on hang on the wing of a plane if you have to, man. There's no excuses. After I seen that man escaped from prison, that made me realize, damn, there's no excuses. Because if you want something, you're gonna get it done, man.
That's right.
This man wanted to escape from prison, and he hid on the bottom of a lorry, man. And he made sure he was gonna get out of that prison. There's no excuse, man. I don't want to hear the UK trip is too expensive. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that. Hold on, wait a minute. I got a call coming from Ariella. Hold on, let me just put this on me.
Is it a question? Seems a question for online or? Yeah, man. And no excuses is good enough, man. None. You know, when it comes to the weed money, you find that.
It goes. Are you taking questions?
Go on, hit me.
It said hit him with the question. Well, you have to turn us down in the back, Ariella.
Ish. Talk about just whatever he says, relate back to me, Bunker Shaw.
All right, no sir. Go ahead, Ariella.
Okay, my question is, I've got two scriptures. I've got two precepts here. I need you to break them down. They're both related to each other, but I just can't get it, so I can't grasp it.
So you said he's got two precepts. They're related to each other. He needs them broken down. He can't grasp them. What are they?
Go on.
The first one is Acts 7 and 14.
Acts 7 and 14.
Shall I read it?
Go ahead.
God, sir. The book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 14. Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him and all his kindred, 70 and 15 souls. This is when we was going into Egypt, when we had drought and famine, and we left our land to go into Egypt looking food and water. This says that was originally 75 of us, 70 and 15, sir. That's in Acts 7 and 14. But listen to this, sir, in Deuteronomy 10 and 22. And you're going to have to break this down for me, if you would, other one. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 22. Thy fathers went down into Egypt with 70 and 10 persons. And now the Lord thy God hath made thee as the stars of heaven for a multitude. So, in Deuteronomy 10 and 22, there's 70 of us leave Egypt and go into Israel. But in Acts 7:14, the Apostle Paul's records claim that there was 75 of us. Which one is accurate?
Why are they different numbers?
Okay, now the answer is they're both accurate. The problem is 70 souls went into Egypt, but when Paul talking, Paul says 75 because why? Joseph, his two sons, and his wives were already in Egypt, which that is the 75. You know, 70 went into Egypt. When Paul's talking about how Joseph had 70 men made the nation, because Joseph was already in Egypt. So we're talking about us as a whole. But 70 of us went to Egypt, met with Joseph and his sons and his wives. That's why it says 75. Does that answer your question?
God, sir. So, Salaki, sir, could you just repeat that again, sir, please?
So where you at? Was it Acts what?
Acts 7 and 14, Deuteronomy 22 and 10. In Acts 7 and 14, 75 of us went into Egypt. In Paul's records, in the Apostle Paul's records, 75 of us went into Egypt when we had drought and famine. But in Moses' records, in the Torah, only 70 of us went down into Egypt. In the same story when we had food and famine and drought.
Okay, yeah, like I said, in Acts, it's talking about all of us, Joseph included, and in Deuteronomy, it's talking about the brothers that just migrated to Egypt. That's what it's saying in a nutshell.
God, sir.
And what's the next question?
Say that again, sir.
What was the next one?
No, that's it. That's it. It was just confusing the hell out of me why Moses records claimed there were 70 of us, and the Apostle Paul's records claimed there were 75 of us. It was just confusing the hell out of me, sir.
I understood. And I know, sweat, man. You know, we make sure you come to Thursday class or Tuesday Thursday class to ask all the questions as well, man. So, Don, what if you want to elaborate on that or?
Ariella, what was the last thing you said?
I said it was confusing the hell out of me because the Most High God doesn't make mistakes.
Right, so you understand it now, right?
God, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ.
The water.
Listen, man. I've been trying to tell you, you gotta be in Officer Craft, your scripture breakdown classes, man. You get them scriptures broken down, man. You get me? You don't. Now, everyone online, listen. You don't have to be at home scratching your head, wondering what it means, man. You just getting Officer Craft, your scripture breakdown classes, man. And you get the whole thing broken down, man.
Everything we teach was handed down to us, man. It's nothing. We ain't great. I don't have the answers. You give it to me. You know what I mean? One account is talking about the 70 brothers that came to Egypt. The other one is talking about Joseph included, and his wives and his children, man. That's what it is, man. This ain't nothing that I wrote down, nothing that I made up. This was taught to me, man. I teach your brothers also. You know what I mean? Anything else want to expand on that? Don't go about you.
Now you covered it all. So lucky, Ariella, what was he saying?
So does that mean Joseph had 3 sons that we don't know?
No, Joseph included. I think his wives and his two sons.
No, how many wives, sir?
That was the whole family. Did you have 2 wives? Was it 1 or 2? Do you have? I swear 2 wives. I can't remember. But I'll first get the whole breakdown for you. But in a nutshell, that's what it's talking about. One's talking about without Joseph, and one's talking about Joseph and his sons included.
God. So he had 2 wives and 2 sons, which made up another 5.
Don't quote me right now. I get the information from me right now. Don't quote me just yet. I'll give it to you on Thursday. But it's talking about Joseph and it's the whole family of Israel included Joseph as well. And one's talking about those that migrated into Egypt without Joseph and without his sons. But I'll get you the full breakdown on Thursday. That's the one.
God, sir. The water, sir.
No, so you all ready for Scotland, yeah?
God, sir. Yeah. I'll be knocking you about 5 in the morning.
Don't bother. I got him in the M-way. Don't bother. Don't waste time. I got him in the M-way.
I'm rapping down your door at 5 a.m., sir.
You can if you want. You can be knocking, but I won't be there. I'm on the M-way road trip. Because someone say road trip. You get me? But yeah, man, you got your all garmented ready, yeah?
Of course, sir. God, you're not leaving out till 6, sir.
So you know, no one knows my plan. This I land when I land. I lie down the bar.
That's
This
it.
appear like the wind, man.
That's it.
When we get there, we get there. But most time, Christ, but make sure you get ready, man. Also, you know what I mean. Make sure you're there, Leicester. You know what I mean. Leicester gonna be in the club, partying it down, shaking the leg, doing what we do, VIP. You get me? Dog about what you say? Man, are popping bottles, yeah.
Listen, we're popping bottles, man. Champagne, the whole lot, man. Come on down to that. What's the club called in Leicester again?
It's Glamour, Club Glamour, on Gravel Street.
He told me to knock his doors and show him the way up there.
Where to Leicester?
It's LE1 SAG, man. LE1 SAG. That can't be right.
No, it might be if it's on the flyer.
Nah, postcodes are letters, number letters.
No, I think that might be right. LE1, it might be right.
But LE1 must be 5 AG. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, man, we're gonna party it down, shake a leg, show man 2 moves, and that. You get me? We're gonna get it down, man. You know, double bar, swear to be busting some bottles, man. Yeah, bring some bottles, sparklers, the whole 9.
Some bottles. Hey, so like I still got Ariel, you got any more questions? Or was that it?
I might fly to Edinburgh, sir.
Most high in Christ. Let me know.
I might teleport. Don't try to outdo me. I might teleport.
I might catch you. I might take a UFO, Ariel. Listen, lucky. You might see me land. You might see me land in the castle on a UFO.
That's right. I might beam down.
All right, sir. The water. Shalom, Most High Christ.
All right, Shalom, Lord of Christ.
Lord of Christ. Yeah, man. So we saying now when the club man are gonna bust them bottles and thing, yeah.
Listen, we're popping bottles. I'm telling you, when I'm in the club, half the people ain't gonna know me, Karafi. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna know me when I'm in the club.
Trust me.
You
Listen,
see me all VIP with them bottles, picture me rolling, man. Like listen, like 2% picture me rolling when you see me with them bottles.
Listen, you gotta pay entry fee for the wolves as well, man. For the extra wolves you get me.
I'm gonna pay that.
you can't get in. You can't get in with deadly weapons and that in these clubs, man. You ain't getting in.
Listen, man, we on the door. Listen, when you're on the door, you get in. So lucky.
It's lucky, man. Make sure you roll, man. Listen, if you're in class right now, man, or you ain't a part of UPK, or you want to be a part of UPK, listen, you can come down, man.
Right.
Come to the club, shake a leg. You know, obviously you can't, get too close to the Akyab, you know what I mean? Security is tight, man, but you can party with us. We love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
Shit, you can party with us. It ain't no thing, man. No one's there. So, yo, where's Dung Boy? I want to get some topics, yeah.
Listen, man, so lucky you see me in the club and you want to approach me slowly, so lucky. You gotta approach me slowly. But so lucky, what stories we got?
1 second.
Also, have we got the? Also, if you're in the UK, come on down to General Muhammad's Scripture Breakdown class, man. It's open to the public. It's open to the public. Also, the Black Watch. Also, Let Hebrews Speak. All of that will be going on Monday. What day is that? Monday, the 2nd of October, right? I believe that.
Okay.
So Monday, the 2nd of October. Come on down, man. Come on down, and every question you've wanted to ask the General, man. Commanding General YAHANNA will be doing the Black Watch. General Muhammad will be doing the Scripture Breakdown. General Hazayan will be doing Let Hebrews Speak. Come on down, man. It's open to the public. The sisters, they got a ton of food. The cooking, man. Tons of food, man. The amount of food the cooking is gonna keep them quiet for a year, man.
That's right.
Keep them quiet for a whole year, man. Yeah, you ain't seen the sisters post much on Facebook lately. Why? Because they're preparing that food, man, for the feast day, and all that food is gonna keep them quiet for a whole year, man. So lucky. Right. Even after this whole 5 weekends over, they're still gonna be quiet for a whole year because they're gonna be tired from the amount of work, man.
Now, because
make it glorious for you to come and down. So like I say that again.
And they got a wash up as well.
There you go.
Time for the washing up, man. It's gonna be lit, man. Get into a few of these topics, man. This is the first one that's in about marriage. Our sister was saying, does the certificate matter? Does the marriage certificate mean anything? And the brother was saying it does. She was saying it don't. You know what I mean? Let's just share this and share our views, man. You seen it?
Oh.
For real? Can't see it.
Oh, no, I can see it. I thought you was asking me if I've seen it already, but yeah, I can see it.
Oh, no, sir. 1 second.
Once you've got married, what changes in your relationship from before you was married? What does marriage do? Because to me, you just get the marriage certificate and you certified it. So it's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper to you because you can't get married. So you're gonna say that.
I can't get married.
Yeah, because if you could, you would be married. You can't say it's a piece of paper when so many people are married.
Married, you can't sit there and tell me I can't.
Marriage is not just a piece of paper. No, it's not.
No, but you just said it is to me because I can't get it. You determined. You have sat down. I didn't say that.
You are gonna disrespect it. So many people are married, they're gonna watch you saying this, yeah, and your baby mama, they're gonna say, "Wow, imagine her saying that my relationship is just a piece of paper." What have you done?
I said the marriage.
How can you say that? You can't even
saying
it. You've never been married. You can't say that. That's disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Not every marriage as well. Not every marriage. I ain't being funny, but I know people that are married and they're in a
And here it comes. I know people. You always do this to make yourself feel better. How?
Why? Yo, listen to this, man. I can't even lie. This is correct, man. You know what I mean? A marriage ain't a piece of paper. Marriage is sex, man. When you lie down with a woman, that is marriage, man. Piece of paper. Listen, Ike Turner had a piece of paper on Tina, and we all know how that ended, man. You know what I mean? Fucking look how much people have papers, and they beat up their woman, or women have sex with other men. Listen, Steve Harvey got papers on his woman, and she has sex all the time. Listen, what's her name? Remy Martin. Remy Martin and Papoose, they both got papers, man. And I heard that she's giving him bun like crazy, man. Let me tell you something. Sex is marriage according to the Bible, man. A piece of paper don't mean anything. A piece of paper don't mean anything. So you can break a contract, man. You can break it. How much contracts man have with EE and Vodafone and they don't pay the bill? It's nothing, man. Remy Martin, listen, another about I thought Remy Martin and Papoose was a perfect couple, you know. I believe in it. When I heard Remy Martin was giving him bun, I said, no, not Remy. I said, nah, that's a lie, man. Listen, I couldn't believe it. I said, nah, man. Remy, nah, man, I can't see it, man. I should give him man bun, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Let me say the real marriage is where you open your legs to a man. That's what really matters. Not no piece of paper signed by the government. Not no paper signed by the justice of peace. That don't mean anything, man. When you open your legs to a man, that man's yours, man. When you're a man and you lie down with a woman, that woman's yours, man. And that's real marriage according to the Bible. You know what I mean? How you treat a woman, that's what matters. How you treat your wife, man, that's what matters. The fact that you can't leave. How much people get married which is a piece of paper, then go get a next piece of paper to get divorced? Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you how a piece of paper ain't marriage, because two men can get the same piece of paper, man. Two men can get the same piece of paper. Two men can go up in the church and get that exact same piece of paper. Marriage is when you open your legs to when a woman opens her legs to you, man, gives you her body, man. Let me tell you something. Marriage can cause death. Marriage can make a baby. This is how serious marriage is. It can cause death, man. It links two people for life. You have sex with the wrong woman, you can get a disease, man. You lie down with a woman, you can make a baby. That's how powerful real marriage is, man. And a piece of paper ain't nothing, man. So, like, if I could, real quick, let me get Genesis 24:67, and it reads, "And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent." And Isaac took Rebecca, man, into his mother Sarah's tent, man. What do people do in a tent? What do two grown-ups do in a tent, man? What does a man and a woman, grown-up adults, do in a tent, man? They have sex, man. And Isaac took Rebecca into his mom's tent. And it reads, "And she became his wife, and he loved her." And in that tent, that's where she became his wife, man. That's what made her his wife. Prior to that, she wasn't his wife. She was his wife when she went in that tent and had sex with him, man. She wasn't his wife when there was a piece of paper. She wasn't his wife when a vicar put a ring on their finger and say, "You now kiss the bride." And now, what's called pronounce you man and wife. That don't mean nothing, man. All that is the ceremony. Marriage is when you lie down with a woman. That's the finalization. That's when you're no longer living separate lives, but both living one life, man. You know, it's lucky, man.
And this is why what real marriage is 100% needs to be taught, man. Because when you read this story with Isaac, he took her into his mother Sarah's tent and she became his wife, man. This is such a black man's story. How much wives have you made in your mother's house unknowingly? How much wives have you made in your mother's house unknowingly? See, listen, Crawford, ton of sisters have been made wives in a man's mother's house, and they don't know it, man. nearly all of them. Every last one of them have became a wife in a man's mother's house.
Mom's at work.
Exactly. The free house, man. I got a what did he say? I got a free house.
A free yard, man.
Listen, and all these women that have become married in someone's mother's house didn't even know it, man. You don't need no church to get married. You don't need to walk down the aisle and put on a white dress to get married.
That's right.
You want to get married? You just step into my mother's house with me, so lucky. You leave a wife. You leave a wife, man. Don't listen to the oppressor's version of walking down the aisle, and that means nothing, man. Listen, I've seen videos of men attack their woman and she threatens to leave him, and he says, "I'm sorry, I'll change, marry me." Have you seen that? When a man proposes to appease the woman so she stays, man. Listen, that marriage ain't real. Because a man will marry you today, and guess what? Tomorrow, with that piece of paper, he's still going to do the same things he was doing before, man. If you're having sex with that man, that man is your man. All of that stuff makes no sense, man. A marriage is what took place in Isaac's mother's tent. Bit disrespectful. Mums is in the house and all of those kind of things. So like it's debatable. It's debatable, but you know, if you got a big yard,
if you got a big yard, a lot of times your mum's in the yard. I don't even know. She ain't got a clue, man. Not like I did. But anyway, not like I did it. If my mum's listening, I didn't know it like that. But I heard some people did, man. Some people did.
Get me a lot of sisters been made wives to that loud music. A nigga put something. A nigga put shoes behind the door so it don't open easily. When you open the door, the shoes stop the door from opening. Listen, you know why the shoes the shoes stop the door from opening? Because you're being made a wife in there, so lucky. Don't leave that presser and you have to go get a piece of paper. You step into a man's bedroom, man. You're gonna become his wife. The thing is, you don't know that. You just think you go in there, casual sex, and that's all it is. Nah, man. Them shoes behind them soles behind the door, where the door don't open. The shoes is almost like
man. You know about the not like I did it myself. It's the broom under the door handle.
Does that one work though?
Oh, come on! You know the broom under the door handle. You put the broom under the door handle so that the door can't. Oh, don't go bar, where you been, man?
Nah, man. You put what you do? You stack up a row of trainers behind the door, man. That door's not going through them whole row of trainers. You see when you see that door, the door jams on the. Listen, the door's not going through them row of trainers. Listen, man. If only black people knew what marriage was, man. If only they knew. Man.
It's all about the broom. Anyone know about the broom under the door handle? Listen, dog bar, so that listen. You lean the broom sideways and you wedge it under the door handle, and that shit ain't. That door ain't open for shit, man. Tell you straight. It's a lot of French. That door ain't open, man. You know what I mean? But yo, moving on. Moving on to teenage secrets. Salakia. Moving on. Let me see what I got next. So this is that nursery rhyme called 10 Green Bottles. Yep, 10 green bottles lying on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall. Originally, the lyrics were different, man. And they cleaned it up a little bit, you know, made it sound nice. Apparently, it was hella racist, man. I'm going to play it for you now.
When the Windrush children came over in the 50s, a lot of the parents essentially were, working for like the Transport for London or the NHS and things of that nature. But they had children or babies that needed looking after. So they had to put them into nurseries, right? Now, in the 50s, if I give this to you, you turn to page 50, yeah? In these nurseries, they were obviously teaching and reading to these children, right? And doing nursery rhymes. Now, one of the most common nursery rhymes that was told to children of the 1950s was that nursery rhyme there. This nursery rhyme is called 10 Little Nigger Boys. Now, this book here is from 1935. This is the 8th edition. Right. Yeah, this book is worth like £8, essentially. But that is a book that was told to black children in nurseries here in Britain. We're reading it. I'm because So 10 little nigger boys went out to dine. One choked his little self, and then there were 9. 9 little nigger boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8. 8 little nigger boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7. 7 little nigger boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in halves, and then there were 6. 6 little nigger boys playing with a hive. A bumblebee sung one, and then there were 5. 5 little nigger boys going in for law. One got in chancery, and then there were 4. 4 little nigger boys going out to sea. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. 3 little nigger boys walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one, and then there were 2. 2 little nigger boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up, and then there was 1. 1 little nigger boy left all alone. He got married, and then there were none.
First of all, so they get 10 green bottles casually falling off the wall, and then nigga babies just die like that.
That's how it is. That's why people are there. Once you look at it for a reference, and the page 50, I'm doing it off the top of the I'm trying to do it, but I don't. But essentially, so then they changed that to 10 little Indians. So when I was in school, it was 10 little Indians. And then they changed it to 10 green bottles because it was like,
I know it's like that's how 10 green
but
bottles.
Damn. Look at that, man. 10 little nigger boys, man. Imagine people singing these nursery rhymes, insulting you black man in school. Like it's nothing. Imagine that. Imagine you're a Windrush, part of the Windrush generation, and you're sitting around in school and they're singing about you, man. Talking about, 10 little nigger boys went to Devon, 1 died, then there was 7, man. And this is what our parents went through, this is what our grandparents went through, our mums, our dads went through, man. Listen, it must have been hard back there in the 60s, man. We think we got it hard now because it's on TV and we see people get killed on TV. Listen, it was just as hard back then, man. Must have been rough back then, man. So lucky, man. Damn.
Listen, Cruffy, you want to see something?
Go on.
Here's
got the book,
man.
Oh shit, you got the book. So lucky.
Can you see it? 10 little niggers. Can you see it?
Damn, what's it? What, a gaffer?
Yeah, and look at the gollywog on the front.
Damn.
This
That's what we're holding out, man. Yo,
listen, I remember I had to search high and low for this book, and the price of it was through the roof. How much did it say it cost now?
It's $8.
Damn.
If you go on Wikipedia and try to mask it and not give it the whole thing, but that's right there, man. What's the author's name? Agatha what? I'm gonna see it's a black woman.
Agatha Christie.
Sound like a black woman, Agatha black girl got a name and Christie that's a white woman still.
Is it like look at this is the original the one that he showed didn't what his one was what green bottles?
No, his one had a hardback as well, so probably that's why it's $8. So yours is paperback, but
so look at the title. They used to have this on the book, just like this, and all them little niggas died according to them. According to the story, there was 10, and then it goes all the way down until they all died. I read it ages ago, but yeah, it was a long time ago. But yeah, even the cover was racist. Just imagine being black and you see this in a bookstore, 10 little niggas, and you read it. Imagine. Like back then, the whole world believes Jesus is white, and everything great is white, and then you read about yourself, and you're just 10 little niggas. Imagine that, man. Imagine you read about everybody else, and everybody else is great, and all of those things, and then when you see yourself in a book, it's 10 little niggas, and you all die. Like in this 10 little niggas book, there's no superheroes at the end, man. Imagine that it ends with all of them dead. And we're not far removed from this book 10 little niggas. You know why? Because when you watch every movie, it ends the same, man. Top Boy ended the same as the book 10 little niggas, man. Listen, I'm a ruin it for everyone. Deshane and Sully both died. Salakia.
Oh,
I'm a ruin it for everybody.
You didn't call
Deshane and Sully both died.
Sully, man. Look at why you all mispronounce the niggas' names, man. Sully, man. You can't do like that. That's Sully. Who's the Indian man's name? It's Sully, man.
The Shane and Sully both died, and in the book 10 little niggas, all them niggas died. And when you watch Boys in the Hood, all them niggas died, man. Like when you watch Menace to Society, all them niggas died, man. All these movies that we have, we always die in the end of the movie. Whereas other movies, they live a great life, man. Other movies, they shave their head off and live with a new identity, man. They shave their
That's
head.
right.
Listen, the only film that had somewhat of a decent ending is when Jada Pinkett cut her hair and set it off, man, and started a new life, man. That's the even though listen, I still feel sorry for Cleo the way they shot her, man. All
Nah,
the
but Frankie for me. We say Cleo or Frankie?
Cleo.
It was the best. I mean, the worst, but the best.
Oh no, because Cleo kind of sad still, you know, in the low rider.
With the song with the song as well.
Now Frankie tried to run and got the bullet in her back.
Yeah, she said some gangster shit beforehand, I'm sure.
She did, yeah. Frankie. Oh yeah, Cleo. You're right, Dogger Boss. I say Cleo.
Nah, the next one was sad as well, man. When they shot the woman in the bank and she was complaining.
Oh, TTA, that was cold. That was cold,
yeah.
man. Listen, so even in that movie, all the niggas died, man. So luck, yeah. And then people say, "Oh, black people can't get it together." Why you can't get it together? Because I'm 10 in school, man, and you're attacking me from I'm 10. By the time I hit 16, I got no chance, man. I'm a baby in school. You're attacking me from I'm a pitney. Talking about 10 niggas, this 10 nigga that. Of course, I got no chance. Of course, by the time I'm 17, things ain't going well for me. I can't get myself together. Why? Because they're attacking me from I'm young, man. So lucky they cut it down about.
So we're not far removed from these books and these gollywog stuff, and we're definitely not far removed from it. While it is, we think racism just fell off the face of the earth, whereas we experience racism every day, but we've been going through it so long that it just seems normal. Like your mom and your grandma will always tell you, you have to work twice as hard, and you have to do this, and all of those things comes from racism, man. Imagine I'm doing the same occupation as someone that's white, and I have to work twice as hard because of the color of my skin. That's racist, man. Like that statement in itself shows that racism exists. Oh, you must do this because you're not like everybody else. And it's sad, man. Our children come out the womb innocent, and we love them. And then there's a devil somewhere that hates these innocent children for no reason, man. He wants them dead, and hates the fact that we actually have children. It hates the fact that we actually exist. And they write all these books and all these movies, and these record label owners have us make all these songs. Because why? They hate us, man. Because with the Jewish man, you say anything about him, they're not going to put that record out. But with us, you can do whatever you want and say whatever you want, man. And this is why we need to gather together and see the games that they're playing. We need to come together and see their lies, man, and see them for who they really are. Because until we see them for who they really are, we're always going to make excuses to love them. But yeah, 10 Little Niggas is a racist book, and it's kind of good that those books were published. Why? So we can actually see the racism, man. Now they made the book £800. Why? Because they don't want you to have it. There's tons of these books that they had back in the days, and this is from like the 50s and the 60s. It's not even that long ago. This is like your grandma's generation, man. It's lucky.
Damn, how thick is that book? Sorry, can I see? Is it thick or is it thin?
There's different versions. It's kind of.
Yo, how much niggas in that book? I just said, how much niggas died in that book, man? Look at that thick. It was like 80 pages.
You know what? I think while it is, there's different stories within it, kind of thing. But there's one where it gives you the rundown of all the niggas. So,
man, they're saying it N-word like crazy.
10 Little Niggas, you know. Or imagine though, you could actually print a book called 10 Little Niggas without with you get me, which is crazy to me, man. And then people get mad at us. Listen, people get mad at us, man. Like when we speak at camp and class, people always say, "Oh, you're not a racist. You got a chip on your shoulder." And 10 Little Niggas ain't racist.
That's right. 10
Little Niggas is racist, man. At camp, we just go out there and speak the truth. Listen, man, just last week, man, we made a video saying the Anglo-Saxons are black. Did you read some of the comments? The comments
I don't read comments.
The comments was insane. Slacky, go ahead.
I think I read like get a job or something like that, and I thought, oh, here we go. Right.
And you know what's crazy about the comments? People in the comments was like, oh, they coloured in the face themselves. Listen, a devil said, I've seen the original picture to that, and the face wasn't that colour. You've coloured it in. and his comment got likes, and then I seen some Ghanaian woman commented on there. Guess what she said? Black people's not European. I'm thinking, how dumb can you be, man? Like, most people don't have no comprehension. I used to think that oppressor was smart. Until I read the comments, and then I realized they don't have a leg to stand on, man, when it comes to history and anything, man. I read them comments, I was like, damn, I didn't know the British public was so dumb. And they're also heavily rooted in racism, man. Not only are they dumb, they're very racist. And we need to see it, man. So, okay.
Absolutely. And speaking of 10 little niggas, yes, luck, yeah. You see the little black girl in Ireland, and a teacher was giving out medals, man, and literally skipped her, man. And it was so sad. She tried to smile it off and laugh it off, but the embarrassment was all over her face, man. Let me know if you're seeing it right now. And that's terrible, man. That's how you know that the oppressor's a devil, man.
Right.
You hate black people, fair enough, man, but you even bring it to our children. Man. So why are we surprised that there's a book called 10 Little Niggas, man? When you're treating little niggas bad today, you don't give it. You can't even put a medal around their neck that they've earned. She put it in the black girl's hand. I mean, I'm not gonna put it over. 2023, man. I thought racism was over. I thought we got a chip on our shoulder, Dungabar. I thought we got a chip on our shoulder. I'm just turning on the TV. I'm looking at social media, and these things exist, man. I ain't making it up. Racist oppressor exists, man. What has a young child ever done to you? Nothing. We show that white oppressor, the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Black people do nothing but love the oppressor and fight in his army. Even black people fight against us and say that we're wrong because we don't accept oppressors, man. And look what oppressors do to us. What has a black child ever done to them? You know, it's lucky, man. I can't even talk, man. It's just sorry, man.
Like, imagine that they can't hide their racism so much that they put it in their hand, man. And this is the thing. These is the kind of things that they do. Like, really, they hate us. They know we're good at boxing and sports, but secretly they hate it, man. While it is, they just know we're better than them at it. So, like say with Mike Tyson, for example, they like him, why? Because it's entertaining and they get paid off it, man. But really, they don't like him. They would rather some white man beat Mike Tyson up, man, if they had it their way. If they had it their way, a white man would be as talented as black people. And they hate us, man. Imagine this is a little child and they refused to give her the medal the proper way. I'm sure something happened to one of them Jamaican sprinters the other day. She tried to hug a devil and she ran past there.
Wouldn't surprise me, man.
I can't remember who it was. And this is why it's kind of good that Sha'Carri and Shelly and Fraser, it's kind of good that they're actually getting on. They called each other sisters and so forth, man, which is good. It's a beautiful thing because really, the oppressor wants them to hate each other, man.
That's right.
Like, he wants them to hate each other, and he wants them, because they're from different countries and they're both racing, to speak bad about each other. And they've said nothing but good things about each other, man. Which is good that they're coming together. Well, you look at them races in all them finals, man. It's a ton of sisters in there, man. Ton of sisters was in them finals. These devils don't make the finals. Really, they don't want to give us the medal, but they have to give us the medal because we always winning, man. When it comes to rigging sports, it's them who rig it. They say to you, yo, take a fall and we'll pay you out more. That's what they do, man. They pad the records and all of those things. These are prisons known for doing it.
You know, black people don't really deal with what performance enhancers. It's not our thing, man. Listen, we're Caribbean. Listen, the tribe of Benjamin, in my opinion, is probably the most skinniest tribe on the face of the earth, man. Judah is kind of big. Like tribe of Benjamin is skinny, man. And even we go to the gym and bulk up quicker than some devils, man. In the gym and devils say, "Yo, how you get that body, man? What are you taking? What are you on?" I'm thinking, "Yo, I'm not even big, man." They're the ones that did the performance enhancers. They can't believe how we can perform. They can't believe how our kids can rap so good and move so good and got so much flavor and got so much, performance. They can't believe it. They gotta take enhancers for things that we just do normally, man. And that's why they hate us. And that's why, listen, that sister that didn't get the medal, she must have been doing good in the Olympics, man. She's been doing good in gymnastics and backflipping. She must be so good that this devil couldn't stand to give her, man. She must have been, because they gotta take drugs for what we do naturally, man. They study us and they think, "Yo, how does he rap like that? How does he dance like that, man?" But for us, it's just normal. Just normal, man. Remember Britain's Got Talent? Britain's Got Talent, yeah, there's always some white kid, man, trying to breakdance. I'm thinking, yo, breakdance, we stopped doing that since the 80s, man. We don't even breakdance no more, man. The things that we used to do, you're fascinated. You think, wow, it's good. I remember I was in Central London one time. I was, preaching the word of the Lord as I do, street speaking as I do. And as we're in Central London, there's some street performers, man, across from us. And these street performers, in my opinion, they weren't really doing too good, man. They were pop locking, but it wasn't crisp enough, man. And the white people was going crazy, man. I remember, and me and Captain Michelle was like, "Yo, they're not really that good, in my opinion, man." But for white people, a bit of pop locking. Wow, look how great he is, man. Look how great he is, man. Why? Because they can't do what we do, man. Even to the point that if a man does a bit of movement to them, it's wow, man. We're just better than them, and they can't stand it, man, and it hurts them. Probably her daughter couldn't be a gymnast. Just like how the black girl was, and she's pissed, man. So lucky,
I think I don't know. Was it those Davis and the rest of them in pop locking?
So yeah, you was there as well. Yeah.
Listen,
it's not even like, for instance, even yard food. Like you have like a yardman restaurant here, which is just gully and raw, and you see the Rastaman come out with a dirty apron and spliff in his mouth. The box food one, and then you have another Jamaican shop that don't taste good, man. It looks fancy, it looks nice, but it don't taste good. The flavors ain't all that. And white people love it. Langobada love it. Oh my God, have you been to Nyamdown? Nyamdown's wonderful. It's amazing. And the dumplings, I love the dumplings and the soup. I love it. We're like, yo, we don't even go there, man. We go to the rundown one, one, but a little pepper and a bit of flavor, and they feel, wow, look what I got, man. White women get the rundown black man, and they feel they got King Charles, man. Like, oh my God, I got Dalroy, it's so nice. Because listen, man, it's so great. What we put down, they think is gold, man. It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah. We go to them little ghetto food shops, man. Like they like what Turtle Bay. Like they think Turtle Bay is authentic Caribbean food. Turtle Bay. Listen, like with Turtle Bay, there's bowls you can have in your house, which is acceptable to give to your family, and then there's bowls you can't be giving to the public, man. In Turtle Bay, you know when the bowls all chip up on the side in that. where the bowls all chip up on the side, man. There's certain things you can give to your family, and then, let's say for instance, you can't give a guest. Like say for instance, if I've got a mug and it's all cracked and chipped up, obviously I can't give that to a guest. I can have it, but for a guest in Turtle Bay, man, they give you the chip up equipment, man. You know when the metal's off or whatever material it is. You know when the blue's all scraped off. God. Scraped off the bowl, and this is what they give you the food in, and you would think, wow, they're a restaurant. They're supposed to treat you better than that, man.
It's like a sidebar. Hold your point. You want to give a shout out to the restaurant we're going to be visiting Sunday?
Yeah, go ahead.
London, Shoreditch. Go on, give him. I can't remember the venue. So lucky.
It's called. Is it called Ma Petite? Ma Petite Jamaica.
Ma Petite, yeah, but give it. Let everyone know where we're going to be.
Listen, we're going to be at Actually, yeah, we're going to be at Ma Petite Jamaica, man. We're going to be eating real authentic Caribbean food, man. Listen, support black businesses. That's where we're going, man. We're going to support our people, and we're going to give them all our money, man.
That's
and
right.
They deserve it. We ain't going to give no money to the oppressor, to the Chinese and the Arabs. We're going to give the money to our people, man, because they deserve it. Listen, man, Wait, you know, a Caribbean shop is official when the stuff are rude to you, man. That listen, that rude customer service confirms to me this food is good, man.
That's right.
Listen, Coffee, the food's so good they can be rude to you and you're still gonna come back, man. Imagine the food's so good she can kiss her teeth at you and you're still gonna come back, man. Listen, the food's so good. Say whatever you want to me as long as the food tastes like that, man. As long as the food tastes like that, you be rude to me all day long. Listen, any Caribbean shop you go to, if they're rude, the food's gonna be good as a how, man. So lucky
That's
I can't.
right.
Usually, that's often the case.
That kiss tea confirms it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you see, as soon as you come to the shop, they got
or
kiss their teeth.
when they ain't got nothing on the menu, you go, yo, this shop slaps. You get me? Black people get pissed off when there's nothing on the menu, and really you should be glad. The fact that there's nothing on the menu shows that people are buying it, man. It's sold out, man. That's where you need to be. When you go there, go, yo, I want the mutton soup. You're like, nah, man, that done still, you know. All right, cool. Give me the oxtail. Done, you know, still. In fact, listen. Let me tell you a secret, man. Any man go to a yard shop saying, "Give me this." Listen, man, you're not official, man. Listen, what you got in your doggy bar when you go to a yard shop? What do you ask them? You say, "Boss man, what do you have?"
Yeah, what you got left?
You're asking the wrong questions, man. You don't say, "Do you have this?" or "Give me this." Is boss, what you got left, man? And you take whatever you got left. That's how you do it, man. So luck you.
Listen, one time I went to a food shop. He spelled steak wrong. I knew the steak was gonna be good.
I remember.
He spelled steak like S-T-A-K-E. I said, "Well, this is about to be the best steak ever." Listen, when a Benjamite spells his cooking wrong, you know it's gonna be good. The way he spelled steak, S-T-A-K-E, I said, "Damn, well, this is about to be good." Listen, man, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. For me, Jamaican food has to be the best food in the world. For me, I don't think nothing's topping it. So lucky that's just my opinion.
Nah, man, I beg to differ. I find a lot. Listen, man. All I gotta say, listen. You come to the UK trip, you come to the UK trip, man. You gotta taste some food. You gotta taste some food that make your head explode, man. You know what I mean? Sidebar. Anyway, listen, man. Dogger Bar. It was Gay Pride one day. You get me?
Again?
Yeah, in London. And the government's pissed off with the police, man, because it was the police's job to make sure that everyone was fine and no fights happened. Dogger Bar, the police were getting involved, man. Police were putting LGBTQ on and all types of rainbows and shit. Excuse my French. And then the government ain't happy, man. And this is what I had to say. So lucky I saw a policeman getting down, blood. Listen. Oh God, I gotta show you, man. I can't even say it. I gotta show you, man. So lucky.
We pay the police to fight crime. We do not pay them to wave flags at parades, to dance with drag queens, or to campaign. That's why I finally ended all association with Stonewall at the Home Office, and why I expect all PCCs and chief constables to focus on cutting crime and rebuilding confidence, not playing politics. We pay the police.
Home Secretary Swallow Braverman appeared to shame police officers for dancing and fraternising
look at the
and waving the Progress Pride flag. Announcing a review into alleged political activism within the police, Braverman wrote that police ought to focus on tackling crime rather than being involved in political matters. She outlined further political acts in an open letter to the Chief Constable of England and Wales on Saturday the 2nd of September. These include painting police cars in pride flag colours, supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, acknowledging institutional racism and encouraging the uptake of critical race theory, gender ideology, or extremism as useful frameworks for policing. Braverman argues that these actions damage public confidence by suggesting police bias. However, notably absent from her statement were cases like the Grinder killer and the murder of Sarah Everard.
Listen, I can't wrong her, man. Ugh. He said, policeman winding up himself. Listen, man. Policemen are meant to do their job and stop crime, man. And that's the thing, man. He said, policeman doing them. He said, Chichi man, policeman on the bar. Ugh. And now I know why these policemen hate the truth, man. Now I know why they're asking us for our permit, man. And what's our permit? Do you have a permit to speak, man? Listen, policemen are meant to do their job. Their job is to make sure that the crowd don't get out of hand, that people don't start fighting. But these policemen are sexual demons, man. That's why they love the gay pride so much, man. And this woman brought it back to reality. She said, listen, police are there to keep order, man. Not meant to, paint the police cars in rainbow colors and get involved into rainbow, man. And she's absolutely correct, man. Salakia.
He's dancing and winding up himself, and you got a job to do, man. You're at work. Be professional, man. If you're a homosexual, man, and you're a police officer, be professional, man. If you wanted to wine and dance up yourself, you should have requested the day off, man. That's what you should have done. You should have requested the day off. He's gone to work. He's gone. Basically, he's a homosexual. He's gone to work at Pride and celebrate it at the same time. You can't do that, man. He should have requested. He should have put it in as a holiday, man. He should have put the day off if that's what he wanted to do. It's his job to protect the public, man. When you're at work, you have to be unbiased, man. At work, he's supposed to be a straight man at work, man. You want to be a straight man at work, man. If you want to be who you really are, you do that in your own time, man. Listen, that'd be like us going to work and holding camp at work. We're not going to do that, man. Because we at work, man. This man's gone to work and he's still trying to do what he wants to do in his spare time. He's dancing and winding himself. He looked like that. What's that guy's name from the IUIC? The dance looks similar to me, Salakia. The dance looks similar to me.
Hey, Big Frida.
The dance look the same. I think Big Frida, he looked the same.
True. Listen, the streets ain't safe, man. Salakia. I don't feel safe with police dancing like that, man. Yo, listen, nah, man. Then the policemen they can't stop and frisk me. Salakia, man. Policeman. Like, you're meant to carry some sort of professionalism about yourself, man. The man forgot he was at work. He thought he was at home, Dagobah, or winding up himself. But listen, man, that's disgusting, man. At least be professional. We know that this world's full of sin. We know it's full of sin, and we know that there's, all types of LGBTQs out there, man. But God, at least I thought you could at least be professional, man. I thought you could at least do that, man. But boy.
Listen, imagine being handcuffed by a gay policeman, man. Damn.
Oh, man.
Man. Listen, in that case, you have to resist arrest, Salakia. You have to resist arrest. You have to resist arrest in that case, man. Damn, imagine that. Imagine that, man. Imagine you see that man dancing like that, and he comes to arrest you, talking about put your hands behind your back. Nah, man. Listen, man. He needs to be professional at work. He's all dancing like that. Disgusting, man. Hey, who's that Alban?
Alban there. What do you say, Alban?
Yeah, how about you, Shabakatam?
How about you, Shabakatam? What do you say, Alban?
Hey, Shalom, sir. Salaki. I just had to pop in real quick and just let the people know something. Y'all already know where I'm at, man. Salakia. I'm in the studio. That's where I'm at. I'm cooking up.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! 2023. Hey, if y'all want to see some glorious garments I'm about to make sure y'all make it down September 28th, 29th, EdinburghCastle, King James Castle. Be there. Let's see these garments, man. I'm cooking at the Roy. Why, sir?
Okay, I see you. Okay, cool. It's like that. It's like that. Okay.
I just have to let people know one time for the one time.
All right, cool. Come on.
So I'll see y'all there.
All right, Lord of Christ, man. How about you?
Oh shit! Alban jumped in with the sewing machine. Listen, man. He's got it makes garment. If you seen his Passover garment, he made his and Tazapa ones. Them garments was fire, man. I was looking at them garments like, damn. So I can imagine. Listen, the garments in Scotland is gonna be insane, man. Listen, wait, Coffee. What colour is your garment this year, if you don't mind me asking? What colour is the garment? Or is it a secret?
Nah, I always do black still. I always do black. I'm cold like that.
Wait, you say it's not a secret? It's not a secret.
2 wolves in silence, and then what's the ask?
Trust me. Why are you gonna pop up with 2 wolves in silence and ask me? Ask me what my garment is.
Listen, man.
Hey, hold on. Me and Dagobah got stopped at customs. You get me? And the bust our bags and everything. It somehow concealed his garment, even through customs. Even through somehow kind of hid his garment, even through customs. Hold on. How did it see 2 wolves in your suitcase, man?
I think that's probably why they stopped us.
You're more time. I'll stop you still.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
Cult leader.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
You get me? But yo, man, it's gonna be lit, man. Man, never put this on preparation. Sisters, big up the sisters. Big up the man, them, the Akam, them. Everyone put this on work, man. This is gonna be a cold event, man. So luck, yeah.
That's it.
It's gonna be a cold
Everyone's
event.
pulled together to make it glorious. The brothers, the sisters. Listen, man. Everyone, give yourselves a hand, man. I'm telling you. Like everybody's been working hard. Them endless conversations. Crawford, sometimes from the group chat, I've been waking up to 110 notifications. I have to skim read it. So lucky. I have to skim read it.
What do you say? Segula might reach.
Segula, listen, Segula's welcome to come through, man. Where is he? Where's he been?
Segula's welcome, man. Welcome. You know what I mean? Let me get a quick video anyway, man. You know, we can have fun with this one. Let me know what you think about this one. This is a video talking about white people and black people do things different. Let me know what you think about this, and then we'll cut you.
You go to a party, do you expect there to be food there? You go to a party, do you expect there to be food there? I would say no.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I do expect food at a party.
There's two levels of a party food, yeah? So there's the level where it's like, yo, catering. These are my eyes. Catering. And then you get them scatty ones where it's like Doritos, hula hoops. Well, how much I know it's not hula hoops, bro? It's don't even invite me.
Do you like hula hoops?
Who doesn't like hula hoops?
Do you like hula hoops?
I love hula hoops.
If there were hula hoops at a party, would you get excited? Absolutely.
Crisps is a party food. You have to have a bit of crisps.
You don't expect anyone to like cook anything for the party. Like no one's gonna like cook up a little meatball for everyone.
Like they're not gonna make like pasta for like 30 people.
Mine's just put rice and peas, fried chicken, jerk chicken, you know.
Crisps.
No, that's a kids thing, bro.
That's a snacking thing. That's a snacking thing.
Nah, bro, kids party, bro. Kids party. That's the type of food I have for my youth. Hula hoops. Nah, not my big age, bro. This for my fingers, bro. That's
love. Hula hoops at a party, you're like, hell yeah. You get excited. What do you think?
Yeah.
Traditionally, you know, you get a full finger full, and then you want
traditionally British
tradition. It is tradition to do that. Absolutely, it's like Thanos' club.
What if somebody thought, you know what, I'm feeling a bit tired today, so we brought lots of hula hoops, you know, maybe some Doritos. What would you think of this host?
Now, yes, in England, anything is possible. In Nigeria, you cannot give us hula hoops. Party is food, not hula hoops.
Hula hoops are food?
No, hula hoops is chop one, chop two.
Crisps are food.
No, crisps are not food. That do you cook or do you put your pot on the fire to cook that food?
But an apple, you don't cook an apple, and that's food.
No, that's where you come from. Apple is not.
Damn. Listen, Dunga Bar, listen, minus the Hamite's opinion, man. What do you think? Food at a party or now?
Say that again.
So minus the Hamite, what do you think, man? Food at a party or now?
Like their food, what did she say? Food is hula hoops.
Listen, man, black people, all the black people say, yeah, you need a food at a party, man. White people saying no food at a party, probably some hula hoops, probably some sandwiches. Nah, man, you need the food, man. Let me tell you something, man. My nephew Gabar, man, his mum had a party. Her party just for the sake of it, just because he was born, man. And listen, we had food there, man. That's how black people get down. Every party we need cooked food, man. We don't do no finger food. And that's what we got down in the Bible as well, man. The Bible goes what? That in thy womb is two separate nations, man. You know what I mean? Them two separate nations with black people and white people. We're just separate, we're different, man. How white people live is different from how black people live. When we have a party, listen, we just need some food, man. As well as the music, as well as entertainment, we need food as well. How the hell are you gonna have a party with no food, man? It's lucky Dunga Bar, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, I realize have you realized Edomites don't really eat food? Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Just think about all the Edomites you work with. They don't really eat food, if you get what I mean. Like
even at the like staff parties and that, they get sandwiches and shit, man. Listen, if this was the kingdom of heaven, staff parties, get the most. Staff parties have rice and peas and heavy, man. They're like little sandwiches and a bit of cake and a bit of this. Their feast is different, man.
Yeah, they have like little, just little like what breadsticks. Edomites eat breadsticks. I've not known a nigga to eat a breadstick in my life. Listen, which black man eats breadsticks? Listen, have you ever brought breadsticks?
No, I don't. I don't think I bought breadsticks even on an average day, man. So lucky.
See, that's what Edomites eat: breadsticks. Like while it is, go to Poundland, you'll see what Edomites eat. Edom. Have you seen those Dairy Dunkers? There's one where it comes with cheese and Oreos. That's an Edomite meal. That's an Edomite meal right there, man. It comes with the cracker, the cheese, and the Oreos. Have you seen it?
Nah, you know, but I know that little cheese dip. Them things are snacks, man. You need food,
Let me see
man.
if I can find a picture of it.
You need food, man. It's like if you could, I'll get me a quick scripture. Show you that even in the Bible, man, when we feasted, we have food, man. It's in our DNA, it's in our blood, man.
Give me 1 second. Let me just hold on. Let me see if I can. Can you see that on there?
Let me see. Probably give it a minute. Wait there.
Can you see it on there now?
Well, the dairy snacks. Fuck it, that's packed lunch, man.
See, so this is what Edomites eat. Look, it's got the crackers, the Oreos, and the cheese, and they have it as a sandwich. There's an Edomite I work with, and Crawford, he goes gym, and every day after gym he eats this. This is what he eats, and he's always like to me, yeah, how long is it going to take him to get big? I say a few more dairy lees, I'll just tell him, yo, keep eating a few more dairy lees and Oreos, man. I'll tell him a few more Oreos. I'll tell him put all the Oreos inside one little sandwich, and it might happen overnight. But this right here is made for Edomites, man. Like and this is why it hurts my heart when I see black people trying to do all of the waffles and stuff, trying to mix Caribbean food with Edomite. You've seen that, ain't it?
Yeah, can't.
You're ruining the culture, man. Hold on, how do I stop sharing this?
So, luck, if you could get me Luke, give me a scripture in Luke 15 and 23, man. I mean, it's in our DNA. It's when we feast, we eat, man. Let me tell you something. When you look at the Passover is a feast day, man. It's a party. And when we party, what do we do? You know what I mean? We have unleavened bread. Sometimes we even put honey on it as well, man. We have lamb with bitter herb, man. Bitter herb means seasoning on that lamb. That's our feast day, man. We got a feast. What's a feast in the Bible, Dunga Bar, where you feast for 7 days, man? Is it
tabernacles?
Tabernacles, man. You meant to have a sacrifice every single day, man. For 8 days. 8 days. We party, we feast, we eat, man. It's in our DNA. The press has little sandwiches, and you know what I mean. When you rave in the world, when you rave in the world with black people, what happens at 4 o'clock when the rave's done? Every black man's looking for food, man. Looking for food, man. Sadly, we got to settle for the pizza, dog, bar. We got to settle for the little kebab, man. Because that's all they got available. But listen, we need food, man. Get that for me, Baba Kushar.
The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 23, and bring hither the fatted calf.
You go, man. Bring hither the fatted calf, man. A calf is a young lamb or a young sheep. You're saying, bring here a fatted calf, a fat one, man, with loads of meat on him. Why? Because we're going to slay him and cook him down, man, and turn him into lamb chops, turn him into beef burgers, man, turn him into, curry goat and mutton, man. Keep it in.
And bring hither the fatted calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry.
And let us eat and be merry. Let's party, merry, drink, feast, have a wonderful time. But while we're feasting and having a wonderful time and music playing, we're going to eat that lamb as well, man. We're going to have some food, man. We're going to have no hula hoops. We're going to have no sandwiches. We're going to have a fatted calf, man. We're going to have curry mutton, man. We're going to have burgers, whatever the case may be. Whatever a fatted calf can make, man. Meat, beef, whatever the case. We're going to eat that. That is in our DNA. That is in the Bible, man. We've always associated merriness and partying with food as well, man. So when you see black people say, what party with no food? Listen, man, you need to come to one of these feast days, man. We know how to party and have food. And guess what? If you come to the black party, we're going to have just that, man. If you come to Edinburgh, we're going to have just that, man. If you come to our feast days, we're going to have just that, food and merry, man. We done?
You want the rest?
That was it?
Yeah, that was it on that part.
Also, carry on. What are you saying?
And Listen, man, it's only right that at a party there's food, man. That's what the guest is most looking forward to. Usually, when you come to our parties, I can tell you what's on the menu. Mutton and rice is the main at our parties. You get your dumpling on the side. You get your coleslaw. You get yeah, man. That's what we usually have at our parties. You get the black food, man. And at these Edomite parties, you don't get none of that. I heard that Edomites, even at their funerals, they just bury you and that's it. That's the end of the day. If you ever been to a black funeral, damn, the way they dance and party craft, you wouldn't think someone's passed away, man. The way black people do it, it's insane. Listen, man, it's just normal for us for black people to know they're coming to somewhere and they're gonna get food. Get me? Cause I've seen a black man come to a funeral and cuss about they're only giving him soup, like like he's owed anything. He says it like he's owed something.
I still like it, dog. What? You know what's mad? In the world here, we celebrate Christmas, and my parents would go crazy on Christmas. They had a mountain full of food. So I thought, obviously, Christmas is the white man's celebration. So if this is what I'm getting, he must be getting something better. Only to find out I had a couple slices of turkey, man, and some gravy. Even on their biggest feast day of the year, which is Christmas, I couldn't believe that these men get fucking stuck here. A couple slices of turkey, black pudding, and Yorkshire pudding, man. And some gravy. I couldn't believe it, man. Because black people, we don't have to feast. Even when we're wrong, even in Christmas, we go crazy, man. Even Sunday worship, which no black man should do. Sunday worship is, of the sun, which is forbidden. But Sunday dinner, black people go crazy, man. We have the roast chicken. We have the rice, the peas, the roast potatoes, the coleslaw, everything. Come to find out, Dungabar, why we put a couple slices of chicken, man? Couple slices of roast chicken. I couldn't believe it. And some gravy. That is it. Was it roast chicken, gravy, Yorkshire pudding? That's it. And toad in a hole.
Sausage and bacon.
Some sausage.
What's toad in a hole?
I don't know. First I'm hearing about it. Or pigs in blankets. I couldn't believe it, man. When even their feast days, which we shouldn't celebrate, we do it better than them, man. We know how to feast, man. So lucky. Let me see what we got. Put up toad in a hole for me, whatever that shit is.
Let me see toad in a hole.
That even sound nasty, man. What's up on pigs in blankets? Pigs in blankets.
That's how the sausage in the blanket.
Sound nasty, man.
So what? They wrap the sausage in a piece of bacon in it?
Yeah, pigs in blankets. Oh shit! Hold on there. In the meantime, put it off 1 second.
Boom, bang, bang. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hey. Listen, I might be there or I might be in the air.
Right.
I don't know where. But I know in 7 days I'm going to be in EdinburghCastle. Listen, man. The hype is on. The hype is on right now. I'm trying to tell you. The hype is on right now. Akil, what's going on?
How about you? We're just there, sir, man. Getting our garments ready, looking fly as usual. You know what I mean? And I'm finna take a chariot to Edinburgh. You know what I mean? Make an entrance, a grand entrance.
Listen, right now I'm googling some horses from somewhere in close by. I want to walk across the moat on a steed. I want to walk across the damn moat on a steed, brother. Yeah, I mean,
both sides, Christ, man. I'm trying to make the biggest, grandest entrance I can. I'm trying to brainstorm it. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Listen, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be crazy, man. Listen, this ain't never been done in history in your life, man. ISUPK is gonna go all out, man. You know, man, jam-packed. It's gonna be a jam-packed week, man. Make sure you're there, man. So luck ya. You know, it's gonna be mad. We're gonna go to EdinburghCastle where King James was born, man. You're gonna see the crown jewels. You're gonna feast and party and shake a leg in Leicester. You're gonna be in Birmingham Town Centre, Piccadilly, the same Piccadilly Circus that Luther, the movie Luther, man. The same Piccadilly Circus on the Monopoly board, the same Piccadilly Circus. You see Harry Potter. We're gonna be there prophesying, man. Listen, I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I know that much.
Listen, I'm just saying right now, You could come and see it live, or you could watch it on the TV after. But the shit gonna be epic. It's gonna be, it's gonna be insane. Commanding General Hannah is gonna light UK on fire. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, all the naysayers, all the people who ever had a question to ask, why is this, why is that, why the truth is this, why the truth is that. Make yourself present, man. Make yourself present. Commander General Hannah gonna be in, he gonna be speaking for. Of course, he hosting the Feast of the Tabernacles in King James Castle. Give that a hand. Yeah, I mean. Then we zooming down to Brum in the bullring. You know what I mean? To just light up the whole place. So bring your auntie, bring your tanty, and bring the packy. Everybody gonna get. Yeah, I mean. And then, as you say, Central London, we doing it Piccadilly Circus. We doing it down there. We going down there, and we gonna get them something to talk about, Akia. We gonna get them something to talk about. I know the general, he ain't gonna be playing with it. It's gonna be, an absolutely insane event. You know what I mean? Y'all come on through, check us out. Class Monday, class Saturday, not even Saturday, Thursday. Jeremiah Hyman gonna be doing it in Scotland. You know what I mean? Right there. We're gonna be rocking out scripture breakdown class. It's gonna be insane. Saturday night, we hit it on spot in Leicester, boy. They say that club is banging. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be up there doing it the UK way, bruv.
That's right. Come on.
Everybody want to talk about Top Boy and all this type of thing. We're the real top crew, top man, big man thing. Big man thing, top man, big man. Nah, I gotta say pause there. I ain't think we can be top man. We top bruv. All right. We're gonna be out in Leicester rocking it out. And then Monday, scripture breakdown again, 7 p.m. Jeremiah Hyman, and then live, Commander General Hannah gonna do Black Watch. Everybody could come on down, live audience, a whole big spot, King standing in. Y'all come down, check us out, man. Come on down, eat, drink with the generals. You know what I mean? Ask all your questions, get them answered, meet the generals, take pictures, and can't forget, Monday morning, 12 Sheet General Haas, he gonna be rocking out Let a Hebrew Speak live from the UK school, 394 Lodge Road, man. Come on down, man. He gonna be rocking it out. You're welcome to come on through. Ask your questions. It's gonna be live on air, special edition, everything UK time. You know what I mean? Everybody who gonna be on this side is gonna be 5 hours, ahead of time. You know what I mean? Some of y'all gotta get up a little early to catch it, but it's gonna be insane. Y'all come on through, man. Come on down. You know what I mean? We're gonna rock a whole week out with the UK. My UK, my UK blood. You know what I mean? My UK blood, my UK family, man. So
lucky, sir.
Go ahead,
Rumor has it Dungabar might bring out 3 wolves this time. You get me? Rumor has it.
He said maybe 4. He said about 3, bro. He said maybe 4, bro. The 3. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Allegedly, that's what I'm saying. Allegedly. I'm about to say true. Allegedly, I'm hearing he might bring out 3, 4 wolves. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, man. Listen, there's the time to bring them all out. There's the time to bring y'all wolves, y'all horses, whatever it is. Bring them all out. You know what I mean? And we want to see everywhere from Nottingham, everybody who we know from, Nottingham, come on down. Leicester, come on down. You know what I mean? All the Midlands. I know you're all close in the Midlands. Come on through go down as far as London, Manny, Liverpool, Leeds, wherever. Y'all come on through, man. Come on down. We're gonna be right there in the middle where everybody could reach. We touch in London for sure. We're gonna try and touch Manny. We're gonna try and touch a few other areas. Lord allow, but you know what I mean? Commander General Hannah, he gonna be in the base with all 7 generals, man.
That's right.
We're gonna be out there. UK gonna drop a few inches or a few feet into the earth. It's gonna be weight coming down there in Heathrow. It's gonna be weight that plane touchdown. UPK solid stepping on deck is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, brother. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to jump in with you all a little bit. I ain't gonna hold too long. I hear them Gabals Them go about shitting on the damn crackers and cheese, man. Listen, like that helped me up many nights,
Trust me.
Nah, but listen, he right though, because we eat that in a struggle, in a bind.
That's right.
The oppressor eat that like it's a delicacy. He even changed the name of the cheese and the cracker to something else. And when you ask what's this, it's just, cheese and crackers. You know what I mean? So he for sure right, you know what I mean? In the spirit of the thing, even in Job, where they say he only eating the mallows and all them kind of thing. Like he look for, nonsense to eat versus how we operate. You know what I mean? So listen, man, I ain't gonna stay too long.
So like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
Just before you disappear, yeah, Top Boy ending, your opinion.
Okay, what do you mean? Like you want to know who
No, overall you rate it or nah? You think it fucked up? Times, my French. You think they was ruined it, or it was it was good? I need to know. So
okay, I think the last season, it was rushed. I think it was rushed. It didn't unfold like the rest of them. You know what I mean? It didn't unfold. It didn't really. The story wasn't there. I think this was just like a closing, almost like they want to close the chapter on them two, the two main ones, Duchesne and Sully. That's what it seemed like. Now, as far as them, them all getting their life taken, I think that was righteous and the spirit of the Most High, because they done took so many lives throughout that whole show. And just remember these things for our community. It glorifies something in our community that's a goddamn poison. You understand? It's a poison. And even in the show where they show the little girl there, the little LGBTQ girl, where she came to a realization that this thing takes people's lives, and she tried to be righteous. You get it? But she tried to be. Now she wants to stop it because it hit home. Like that's real judgment. That's real justice, and that's really. I'm not saying the producers and them have the truth, but that's what the Spirit of Christ is supposed to do. It's supposed to convict you. It's supposed to convict you and make you change. But of course, it was way too late for her. It was way too late for her in the game. So from that respect, that's supposed to happen to everybody involved. Everybody involved, especially when they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Similar with Snowfall. When I saw the end of that Snowfall, I was like, that is so damn perfect, brother. Where they all met a horrible end. You understand? That's so perfect. And don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing the oppressors that provide these drugs to our people. I'm not excusing them. Them oppressors, they deserve it too. They deserve it too. They deserve 3-4 times that. But for sure, our people who do it to ourselves, like we definitely, that part there, it gave me good, it was to me, it was a fitting end for it, because the oppressor, you'll never see them glorifying selling to themselves.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Even China Mac, I don't know if you saw the interview with China Mac, where he said we don't sell in our neighborhoods because it'll make the place hot. We go sell across town in New York to the other neighborhoods, talking about the Black and Hispanic neighborhoods, talking about all those Asian gangs, those Chinese gangs. He said they sell drugs to us. They don't sell drugs to, their own people. You know what I mean? So for me, I was glad to see everybody go. I think it was, high time. Now, as far as who takes Sully out, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you. Many people wanted him gone, so who the hell knows?
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely right.
I don't think it's him though, because he walked away. I don't think it's him. You remember he walked away. I think it's one of them women. I honestly think it's one of them women, because that's the trend in every show right now. They give women a certain amount of power, a woman hero. I think it's definitely one of the women. I don't think it's the LGBTQ girl again, because she didn't want no smoke. It might be one of them, like the girl who was with the Duchesne character. It might be her.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It might be the mother. There's two mothers who suffered horrible losses. The mother, the boy who they put in the van in the end, The one who, the Hamite who was getting deported.
Kieran, I think his name is.
Right, him. And then there's the other mother who have an issue with Sully.
Oh, what's her name? What's it? Her rap name is Nole. I can't remember her name.
And she has the daughter for one of the guys who Sully put out. Yeah, I think it's one of them women who do it. I don't think it's any brother. I don't think it's Stefan even. You know what I mean? Stefan Lowen. He Lowen. I practice in my UK. Stefan Lowen. He Lowen.
Yeah, come to me, man. I'll pack you up, man. I'll pack you up. Imagine, you know, Jack in real life. She's not too bad, you know. She's not really that masculine.
I can't comment too much, like, you know what I mean. I can't comment too much. I can't comment too much, but she's. This is what I would say. She's a hell of an actor. She's a hell of an actor because I don't think she's that way in real life. You know what I mean? In real life, she's a proper, you know, female. That's what it looks like.
Her sister in real life, she's posh. She's been taught like that. She talks like the queen.
I mean, that's how most of the actors are. You know, I remember the uncle from Snowfall. He was he was like a Shakespearean poetic type.
Yeah, I heard him.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He wasn't like that. And look at Dam Sniders, the Hamite who played in Snowfall, who played the main character. You know what I mean? He don't talk like that in real, so that's how they are. But it seems like the LGBTQ girl, like, she's a hell of an actor because she played very believable. Sometimes she was real beaten up and scruffy with scars. And this episode, she had all kind of shit going on with her skin. I don't know what the hell was going on. They get a girl a rash or something. But she was looking good and rough like she be in the street. You know what I mean? She was looking like that. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. This is what I could tell you. That every Israelite in that damn show need to come down and listen to Command John YAHANNA in London and in Birmingham. You know, if they really want to know the real spill, the real deal, bruv, I'm gonna try and tell you. You know what I mean? While you studying to get peas and running in between some heathens, some Arabs and Albanians and Moroccans and then Irish people and Scottish people, and you living at the bottom. That's another thing Top Boy show. So much of these heathens was living over the top of us, brother. Since the summer house days, so much of them heathens was living over the top of us and had us, you know, like dogs. And you know, we don't have to be like that. We absolutely don't have to be like that. And as a people, we do have what it takes to come together and to run things. You understand? We do have that. But, you know, once again, without knowledge, our people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You know what I mean? I can't wait till the general get in London and start talking about that issue that happened in Peckham. When that filthy, dirty, nasty carpet dam worshipping PAKI put his hands around that sister's neck. You know what I mean? He put his hands around that sister's neck and then talking on the tape about, I didn't really choke her. It doesn't look like that on the tape. Like, they be doing that to their women. They love to beat up their women and do all kind of things to their women, and that's fine if their women like that type of shit. But you can't come now and put your hands on our people. And from what I'm hearing, this sister paid her money, had her receipt, and did nothing wrong.
That's right.
So then what's his problem? He did it. If you listen to the interview, he said I was trying to detain her. He did it because he wanted to know what it feels like to put somebody who is Black or Hispanic or Native Indian as far as he see in their place. Yeah, that's the one. Brother, I can't even watch this too much. I feel sorry for her husband or her brother or whoever is the male in her life, because to watch this, it'll put you in a situation where you might want to throw away the rest of your life. So what is ridiculous, sir? Go ahead, Art.
And the wickedest thing is, she got arrested after all this. She was assaulted.
Go ahead.
Now I just want to let you know, she got arrested. Imagine that as a Black man. You're the victim here. You've been assaulted and choked. It's so bad. You know what's mad? She was talking as she got choked, and I heard her voice go. Her voice choked.
Yep.
And then she gets locked up. This man is twice her size. He's a man number one, and he's twice her size. If this was Barbie, this was Becky, they'll say, I don't care if she was aggressive. I don't care if she was loud. It's a woman. You don't do that. But it's our woman. Oh, you know, she had it coming. Well,
Listen,
next time, maybe she should shut up then.
we
Maybe she
can't,
should.
we can't use Becky Ark. We gotta get a proper British, oppressor name.
Elizabeth.
Mildred or some kind of thing.
Oh God, Margaret.
Mildred, some kind of situation like that we had to get for, for them. And you so right, Ark. And not only will they say you can't do it, they'll also turn and say, they'll pull his permits. They'll go check and make sure his business is right. They'll go do everything to try to shut him down for touching a so-called oppressor. They'll look at a white woman like that's Princess Diana he touched. But us, nah, we don't get that type of justice. You know what I mean? And this is the other heavy thing. He dropped the charges. After all that, he told the police drop the charges. He's a damn bastard. The commander in YAHANNA gonna go into it, brother. He gonna go into it. You know what I mean?
So I know you're in a rush and stuff there, but if I could, man, they interviewed Big Nasty, and Big Nasty was on his heathen side, man. You know what I mean? I know you're in a rush, but if you could hear this, what Big Nasty.
Hold on. Listen, I might be in the ticketing line right now. Like, I might be walking through the what's the part there where they tell you take your pieces out, and I might be there, I might not be there. You know what I mean? I had to move, and I might be there, so I mightn't be able to deal with the Big Nasty thing right now. But
No,
for sure, he's a brother. He done drank the Kool-Aid and then went the other way. He done. We're gonna talk about him. We're gonna reach out to him. Tell him we're gonna talk to him. I want to ask him why he be acting like a big court jester on the damn TV for the oppressor. You know what I mean? He too big to be acting like that, man. He way too big to be acting like that, man. You know what I mean? But let me make sure and make it a date and don't be late. You know what I mean? With all my might, I'm trying to make this flight. Just not feeling myself right now. UK Commanding Johnny YAHANNA is coming. He's making it there. Get yourselves ready. You know what I mean? Come join the Arkham and them again. We're going to be rocking from September 28th up in Scotland. September 28th, 29th, 30th. We're rocking in Scotland from the 30th all the way to the 7th of October. We're rocking out in Birmingham, England, London, Birmingham, Nottingham. You know what I mean? We're going to run the whole thing. Manny, Leeds. We're running the whole damn gauntlet, man. Y'all come through, be there. Hit that GoFundMe. Drop a little penny. Listen, give me my peas, man. Give me my peas, bro. Hit that GoFundMe. Bring me my peas, bro. Let me go and jump in this line here. You know what I mean? I'll take you there. yeah, I'm just trying to come out here. I'm out.
Get me. This you heard it, man. You want to be out there, not coming to this event on you, man. But I know what I'm gonna be. I'm here with the Akim, shaking the leg, eating the lamb. We ain't eating no cheese and crackers either. I lie down the bar. Right. We got the mutton lined up. Let me not say too much, but listen, we got some good food lined up, man. You know, I mean, if you want finger food and sandwiches and boy, you go to them oppressor parties, man. But up in here in the UPK, listen, we're getting a fatted calf. We're getting I'm not even bullshitting this for luck, yeah. We are actually getting a fatted calf, man. We actually getting, it's like a dog about. Carry on. What are you saying?
Listen, we got no hula hoops, man. No hula hoops. We're gonna have, listen, man. The menu, come on down. Like the captain said, we got all these events. It's gonna be crazy, man. Nothing like this has been done in the UK before, man. Imagine we're gonna be in EdinburghCastle.
That's right.
Listen, man. We're gonna be looking at in EdinburghCastle. They got like a dungeon, man, where they kept the prisoners of war, man. The prisoners of wars. Listen, we're gonna show you some footage of the dungeon. We're gonna be all up in that castle. There's also a Johnny Walker tour, right?
And the Johnny Walker tour fly as well. You get to pick, like you get to experiment. Like if you're a fruity person, they'll give you some fruity Johnny Walker. If you like the smoky one, whatever the case may be, man, you get your best scotch, man. Your best scotch made. Listen, did you know that scotch? What makes scotch different from whiskey? That scotch has to be made in Scotland. It has to be made by Scottish rainwater, which everyone knows water is the rainwater of your country. Has to be made with rain from Scotland. You know, so Johnny Walker scotch. Johnny Walker ain't made nowhere else but in Scotland. Then it's shipped out to other countries and other scotch as well. But things like what's the other whiskeys? What's that whiskey called? Jack Daniels, made in America. That's whiskey, man. That's the difference between scotch and whiskey. Has to be made in Scotland, man. Shit, listen. Boy, listen, man. I don't know. If you want one of the best scotch to come to UPK, man, all we do is drink scotch, man. You know what I mean? Only the best drink we drink is scotch. We drink like the Frog, Johnny Walker. Come on, man. Carry on, Dongo. Slack, yeah.
Listen, it's going to be excellent, man. This time next week, This time next week, we're going to be in EdinburghCastle, man. This time next week, we're going to be in EdinburghCastle, man. I'm going to be in EdinburghCastle. And with all the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, it's going to be great, man. We're going to be all up in the castle. Listen, I suggest you come on down, man. We're going to be in the place where King James was born. We're going to be in the place where all them Scottish kings dwelt. Listen, man, come on down. We're going to be in Scotland, which was run by black people, man. Once upon a time. Now the Scottish people you see today, they make out like they're the real Scottish. Listen, we have the history, man, where we can show you in the records where they was like the Scottish men are of dark complexion. They said these little Scottish men are of dark complexion, man. There's other records where it says these little Welshmen are of dark complexion. Listen, man, where it said these little Englishmen are of dark complexion. We got the history on all the lands in Europe that we pulled, man. That we ruled. All the lands in Europe that we ruled. We got all the records. And we going back to a castle that belonged to us, man. We're going back to a castle that belonged to us. We're going back to a crown which belonged to us. The crown that they have today is called St. Edward's crown. And who was St. Edward? St. Edward was a black man. From way back in the days, man. And then that crown, once they reinvented that crown, made it again. They made it for Charles II. And Charles II is what? He was Scottish, man, the son of King James. They made the crown for him, man. And then now we going back there to look at these jewels, to look at these thrones, to look at this castle somewhere where we dwelt, man. We go in there, you're gonna see the whole thing. So like who in the UK's got a good camera? We need who's got a Canon? That's what we need, a Canon.
Listen, man, we got some links, man. We'll make it work, man.
Listen, we need a Canon camera.
So what's the history on the Edinburgh Castle, man? Who was there? Who built the shit? Who was there first? If you know,
guess what? Come on down to the trip and you'll find out. We can't give them too much. They got to come to the trip to find out. You want to find out King James was black? You have to come on down to the trip, man. You want to find out how King James got the throne? How King James sat on 3 thrones? You need to come on down, man. You want to find out why they claimed the throne of France? You need to come on down, man. You need to come on down, and then you can find out why they ruled over all these places. Listen, man. You want to find out? Come on down, man. So luck you.
Bear me 1 second. Slack, 1 second. Khan, so let me play a quick one for you, real quick. This is a black man, a policeman. Slack him, man. I gotta show you myself. I gotta show you, Carl. Yo, what I saw was disgusting, man. Let me show you real quick. Let me know when you're seeing it. You see it, Dongaba?
Yeah, I kind of can see it.
Look at that, man. And what you'll see right there is the mark of the beast. That's what you see. What you see right there is the mark of the beast. When people say, This is a black man punch up another black man. That's what. Why is that? Because why he joined the police force, man. When you join the police force, you become one with society. You become just like them. You know, oppressors hate black people. When you join Christianity, you hate black people too, man. You use black women and throw them away too. You hate black people and kill black people too. And that's what you see in here. People say, oh, well, this is a black man punching a black man. This is a black man right here with the mark of the beast. This is a black man that loves England. And that's why he treats his brother how he treats him. In the police force, you did not learn to punch someone in the face, man. You learn tactics, how to disarm people professionally. You don't punch people up in the face. But this is a black man who has a mark of the beast and wants to be British, wants to be one with England, man. And this is why he treats his people like this. He treats his people the same way how white people treat his people. And that's what you're seeing right there, the mark of the beast, man. So luck, y'all.
And to be a policeman is to be a bully, man. To join the police force is you just become a bully. Like, there's a professional way to do your job. They give you all this resistant training and all of those kind of things. And nowhere in their training did they say you should punch somebody in the face. And I'm sure it was a kid that was punching, right? This same police officer here, there was another video of him attacking somebody else.
Hey, Lord Christ, man, what's going on with you? What's happening, man?
Good, man. You ready for the trip?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We're trying to get out there to the UK, man. You feel me? About to have a blast out there, man. I told the bar he gotta take me to the thing, to the club out there. Donga bar, you know what I mean?
Come on, concert, I got you. Come on, concert.
God. What y'all on right now?
We're good. Just do the podcast. You know what I mean? We got a club lined up. You know what I mean? So we're gonna, show you how we get down in the UK. You know what I mean? You're gonna,
damn right.
You'll be impressed, man. You'll be impressed.
Damn
man. You know
right.
what I mean? You might find yourself a British rib out here. You know what I mean? British accent. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I'm gonna treat you how you treated me, but I went to Cali as well, so it's gonna be good, man. So
you got to tell your rib.
Man, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
Oh shit! Look, captains up in here, man. So lucky, you got killing me, man.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on? What's going on out here?
Come on, sir.
You already show you a good time in Leicester.
I'm right.
You get down in the UK, man. You already.
No.
What's going on? What's good, Captain Gadol? What's going on, YAHANNA?
YAHANNA, what's going on, sir? What's going on, Captain YAHANNA, sir?
I dare. You know what I mean? I hype.
God.
I'm hype. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a final week, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
If I'm ready, garments ready, the party hard, go to the streets of Central London on fire, I'm gonna prophesy hard. It's gonna be lit, man. It's luck, yeah.
Damn right.
I can't wait to get out there. This is my first time coming out the country like that, getting all the way over there, man. I can't wait to get out there with y'all, bro.
Yeah. I'll make sure that you enjoy it, man. It's gonna be lit, man.
Say it one more time, Crotty. I can barely hear you. What'd you say?
I'm gonna make sure you brothers have a good time, man. Make sure you see the country. I'll make sure you prophesy in London. You know what I mean? You're gonna see how the presses out here in America. Over here, the presses are more different with the races. But I'm gonna show you, man. You're gonna see how it gets down out here, man. It's about to be a movie.
That's right. Most High Christ, Most High Christ for sure.
That's right. Furthermore, you brothers are gonna scare these British, man. You're gonna scare them. See these big brothers coming from the States. I'm like, oh shit, goodness gracious me. It's gonna be crazy, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bring that Judite swag with you, man. Salak, yeah.
Good.
That's cool.
For sure.
Captain I and you can still bring your Benjamin swag, Captain I Don't worry, man. You still bring yours, man.
Captain I go fit right in.
I know if I can fit right in, man. The way them talk. I don't know.
Most High Christ.
For sure.
I watch all 3 seasons of Top Boys. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to see it tonight. You know what I mean? Trying to get my lingo going a little bit. Brav, peas. You know what I mean?
You know exactly what to expect, man. You're halfway there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They're going to show the UK how the UPK
Come on, so if I could.
Go on.
So like you Captain, I thought if I could, so I just wanted to tell the brothers, man, the water, man, you know what I'm saying? I feel honored and, you know, I'm excited. Like Cap said, man, I'm excited to come out there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Put me on the stage and y'all, you know, y'all really embrace the music that we put out and I put out, man. And y'all got me performing and stuff like that, man. I appreciate that, man. 100 for real. Y'all put that together.
Man, when I saw that, I was like, come on, man. I know we're in the game.
Captain Shock got a surprise for y'all, Karat, y'all. He got a surprise for y'all. I got y'all a little sneak, little joint fresh hot off the press right now.
Oh shit.
Y'all gotta let me know how y'all rocking with it.
It's an honor to have you brothers captains in the UK as well, man. It's an honor. You know what I mean? For y'all gonna be watching the UPK online, join the I.S.U.P.K. and have the I.S.U.P.K. I appreciate that as well.
That's
right.
That's John Gabar right there next year on your next screen. Hey, shalom. Lord Christ, we'll go on.
Just you know, excited, can't wait for next week. Just looking forward to seeing all the brothers. Like it's gonna be glorious. You see this right here? This is gonna be the return of the dark ages, man. All these black men back in Europe. It's gonna be excellent. I can't wait for all the pictures when we get the pictures up in the castle. All of these things where people can really see that we really are those people to read about in all these ancient history books. It's gonna be glorious when we bring out all the history, have all the pictures, and the whole world can see that black men come together and can see what Commanding General YAHANNA's built under Christ. Brothers coming from all different countries coming together as one, and it's going to be great and glorious, man. I can't wait. It's an exciting day. If you would have asked me this about 7-8 years ago, I would have never thought this would happen, but this is going to be great and glorious, man.
That's the perks of being in this shooter. The perks of being in this shoot. If I was not in this shoot, I would not be on this trip. I will not know what England looked like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank the Lord for, you know what I mean, Commander Johan on this truth, and you know what I mean, these brothers holding it down, these generals holding it down. You understand? You all in England for sure holding that shit down.
If I could, you know what I mean? It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't miss this one. I couldn't miss one. When we was in Passover in North Carolina, and Commander Johan said we having Feast of Tabernacles, King James Castle, man. I think right then I started packing, man. I said, man, I got to go to this joint right here. And it's crazy because I had to call Captain. I said, Captain, man, we gotta split a room, man. I gotta get down with you. I can't miss this one right here, man.
That's right.
Real.
Man. That's how we rock. Man. Hustle hard to make it out there. I mean, to see you brothers. You brothers been doing it for years too, coming to the to Passover. You know what I mean? Trying to show that love back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to straight up show that love back. You know what I mean? And to Wada too for hosting us. You know what I mean?
It's like Captain, I think I gotta roll. Shalom, y'all about you done. We'll get with y'all.
What is it say? You got a new tune for us?
Yeah, man. If Captain Shock might have sent it to you, man, go ahead and play that joint. Tell me what you think.
Come on, man. You're gonna have me jumping in that plane right now in the car. Say the word.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and play that joint.
We can go to war and still make it out. Or your stripes down, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that cloud, gotta hold it down. Watch it step, boy, you won't hold it ground. I'm the bigger up. We in the spot. We can go to war and still make it out. It's a problem to them pop ball. I die for it, my color fly ball. For a nigga take me there, drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. He say he cool, he mad, he ready so good. Then I down, look what he did, really go broke. Little bitch, did she keep mouth? Silly, I won't, she know I'm that bull, but I ain't silly. I'm the city where they sit by their river like 10 folks. Know the niggas fly, gotta deal with it now. Can't just be slipping, gotta steal with it now. Just left Alabama for the chopper from here, play a move. He made my fingers in the blade. Leave them all dudes come through like a plague. Never off that leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze, I'm around with his blade. Watch his step get stretched like a lemon. So my brother bring that blade back with. That's my inner little nigga. This that call nigga talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup. I just sip it like it's grenadine. They get up here, we in the spot. We can go to war and still make it out. Or your stripes, dog. You with us or not, we can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, you gotta hold it down. Watch it step, boy, you on hold it ground. It ain't a riddle, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right and get in. ISUPK, watch my eyes spread to your flesh. Hell boy, rip the soul out of get my shit out of race. The proud heart, we can show scouts. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Hold on lock, and you know the flow drop. Iced out, got that drip out of that toes lock. You know I got the pain, they say it's true to me. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one that heard about. You run out of pills, then I'm all watch. Know that one West Coast, then I swerve like that. Speak with this shit, I do not need a deep dive. He don't want to step, I'm free. We taking over, I'm feeling the word. I can't see me, little nigga, I put you in the bird block. Look, it's one West practical, glad it ain't a maximum. Creep on them slow, but that got fire rapid. All I want is more power, more strength, blue. Ain't got excuse for no God, you gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, yo, you with us or not. We can get it all when it's on, but it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch the step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
That's it right there.
Yeah,
Y'all like that joint?
This is hard. It needs to be Leicester. It needs to be what's the name? It needs to be Leicester. The 30th Saturday, the 30th of September. It needs to be Leicester. The party's gonna be lit. We got the whole club.
Outside crazy. That's solid, bro. I appreciate that.
Go ahead. That's fantastic.
Shalak, if I could, sir, man. Also, too, bro, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all check out Captain Zayek lecture. He got a lecture coming up in, I think, about 8 o'clock our time, Captain, I thought.
Yeah, about 8 o'clock our time.
Captain Zayek about to go ahead and smash all on Vocab Malone, man. Take him out the frame, put him in the body bag. Y'all already know how he about to do. You know what I mean? About to get it on. Shalak, I do got a roll. We got people out here, man. Hey, come out there. Y'all brothers, is that the war y'all are? How you say your name? Dumgaba. My bad, brother. Dumgaba, man. I can't wait to see y'all brothers out there. Listen, man, I'm gonna be in the airport super early. Bags ready. You know what I'm saying? Hopping on that flight, man. We're gonna touch down, man. I can't wait to break bread with y'all brothers, man.
Damn right. Yeah.
For sure. Y'all about to know
Oh shit, like Captain Ariel in the building as well.
I just got called in. So I heard we having an amazing trip, and an unprecedented trip coming up in the UK, and I'm more than excited to be there. I'm more excited to be out there. Y'all brothers out in the UK, y'all been in this truth for years at this point, and I've been, when you was 2 years in the truth, I've been trying to get out there. So it's definitely unprecedented as far as the journals going out there to Europe and visiting the school in the UK. Us even having a school in the UK is unprecedented in the I.S.U.P.K. in itself. So I definitely feel like I said, me personally, I'm definitely excited. I love to travel.
Most High Christ.
Definitely been meaning.
That's right. That's right, Dad.
Most High Christ. Like you said, I'm happy. I can't wait for you to reach here. I'm happy to to host you. You know what I mean? And all the other brothers from outside. And we're gonna have a wonderful time. We're gonna prophesy the streets of Birmingham, prophesy in central London.
Right.
We're gonna shake a leg. We're gonna have a wonderful time. We're gonna drink together. You know what I mean? We're gonna eat together. And we're gonna have a wonderful time. I can't wait, man. So lucky. I can't wait. It's a lucky sermon.
Trust me.
So lucky.
It's Captain. I thought go ahead, Salaki. I don't know.
Can't. Yeah, what's going on?
I wasn't sure if y'all told the people the itinerary, everything that's gonna happen when we out there.
Yeah, come on, concert. Yeah. First and foremost, it's the Feast of Tabernacles, King James Castle. Then we're gonna be in Birmingham, prophesying the streets of Birmingham, outside the Boring. Then we're gonna go to Leicester, and Captain the Card's gonna be performing. We got VIP in the UPK. It's gonna be good. Before that, we're gonna have a barbecue as well. So lucky. Then we're gonna party. Then the following day, we're gonna be in central London, Piccadilly Circus. The same Piccadilly Circus that you'll see on Monopoly, on the Monopoly board. We're gonna be right there. Then we're gonna be where's after that now? Then Monday, class in Birmingham again. You know what I mean? General Mahiaman. What's after that? I'm not sure after that, but this is gonna be a jam-packed weekend, man.
That's lucky. After that, we got the Warwickshire Castle and the Shakespeare County also.
Wow.
It's gonna be good, man. I'll make sure I'll host you brothers. Make sure you brothers have a wonderful time. Just like how you brothers look after me when I go to the States. Listen, man, I'm excited as much as you are, and I live in the UK, so lucky.
That's right, Ak. Yeah. All right, Ak. You know what I mean? Can't wait to see you all up there in England. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it up. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it one west. You know what I mean? One west to the world for sure. You understand? All right, karate, don't go back. Aria, you know what I mean? Lord will, you know what I mean? I see you up there, we get it on that. You know what I mean?
Go on,
yeah. All right, warriors. Shalom, Yibshik Thumb.
Yeah, man, that's how it is. We're gonna get lit there, man. It's lucky. Boy, Dongo Bar. Yo, what do you say? You ready?
Listen, ready. This is I can't wait. How much more sleeps now we got? How much more sleep?
I missed a call for Haki. I don't think what say something. Give me 1 second. One more.
How much more sleeps we got? About 5 more sleeps. How much more sleeps?
Oh, you still do. I remember back in the day, we still do sleeps. Just have an amazing event. Be like, yo, how much sleeps I got left?
6 sleeps. We got 6 more sleeps.
Boys, listen, man, it's gonna be lit. I just can't wait. In 2 seconds.
Get me? I can't wait. We're going to Scotland. I've never been to Scotland in my life.
1 second, Dagobah. What? Keep talking, Dagobah. 1 second.
We're going to spend some Scottish notes. That's what we're spending. Hold on, wait a minute. You can spend. Wait, yeah, I believe you can. You can spend English pounds in Scotland. Obviously, so United Kingdom, it should be too hard. So don't worry. I don't think you have to change your money over.
No, you don't. Scottish money, British money, but they're the same value. Just look different. It don't even matter. Scottish notes have to be accepted in England, and England have to accept Scottish notes. It ain't no big difference.
Sometimes they try the way they go overboard in England, especially with the Scottish notes. The way they go overboard.
Yeah, they won't accept them in it. Like, we don't accept Scottish notes, but by law you have to. They put a bit of a fight, but it's all good, man. You know
but it's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. All the captains, the generals is coming. The captains is coming. Listen, just seeing the brothers in the stream, I was like, damn. We're all going to be together in Scotland and England.
That's right.
Listen, man. I'm telling you, Crafty, when the brothers come over here, we might have to take the chip out their passport so they have to stay. So lucky, we might have to take the chip out their passport so they have to stay in the UK with us. So lucky. It's going to be glorious, though, man.
Boy, this we gotta wrap it up, man. Time's getting on. Rocket Island, no. The Scottish, talk about is Scottish money different from British? It is different, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah, you see what it is? Because it's all United Kingdom, it's the same. You can use it, but it's just there's just a different picture on the front. That's it.
That's right.
Other than that, it's the same. So you still can use it. The currency is the same. One's just called Scottish notes, and one's Scottish pound. It's Scottish pounds, right? One's Scottish pounds, one's English pounds. So you can use it while it's in England. The oppressor in England thinks it's better than the oppressor in Scotland, so he don't like to take their money because he knows once he puts it in his till, he can't use it and give it to as someone as change. He has to take it to the bank. And they're lazy, they can't be asked to do that. So they'd rather everyone pay with pounds. So yeah, that's why they do it, because they can't be asked to go to the bank and change it over. But it's all one in the same. It's going to be glorious. Scottish notes, English pounds, whatever you got. The GoFundMe, we accept everything, man. We accept dollars, pounds, rupees, dirhams. What's the other currencies? I don't even know. We accept everything.
Pounds, rupees, dollars, the whole nine. So lucky, man. I caught some dust or something making me sneeze. So lucky,
We even accept Jamaican dollars. We accept Jamaican. Listen, we accept the whole lot, man. So come on down to the trip if you can make it, or if you can't make, if you're not coming to Scotland but you're in England, General Mohammed will be doing the scripture breakdown class, man. General Hazayam will also be doing Let a Hebrew Speak. Commanding General YAHANNA will also be doing Black Watch. Come on down, man. And camps is about to be crazy, man. If you know anything about the British, listen, man. The generals is gonna destroy them, man.
Right.
You come on down to them camps. Birmingham ain't ready, man. The generals is gonna be here in central London. Hopefully the weather's good, man. So we can go out there and England can find out how black people really feel, man. England can find out how black people really feel. You want to hear how black people really feel? Hear it from the general, man. He will let you know how black people feel and what black people should be doing. He will let you know what we should be doing and the steps and all of those kind of things that we should be taking. So come on down, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. This is going to be the biggest event ever in the UK, man. You're talking about some Skeng concert. Forget that, man. This is more important than some Skeng concert, man. I see everyone sharing the flyer for Skeng. Share the flyer for the Black Party, man. That's what you should do. Share the flyer for the Black Party, man. You just heard that tune that Captain Akkad just dropped. That's a UK exclusive, man. That's a UK exclusive right there, man. So lucky.
So lucky down the bus and just got me or something. So lucky, man. They were trying to kill me just before the trip, man. So lucky, carry on.
Well, listen, it's gonna be great, man. Like I said, 6 more sleeps. So after it's almost midnight down here. So after tonight, 5 more sleeps, man. We counting this shit down. Then we land in Scotland. We're gonna see all the brothers. There's a Johnny Walker tour. There's a tour at Edinburgh Castle. So you can tour Edinburgh Castle where you can find out about King James and the Jacobites and all of those things. You can find out. You're gonna find out about all of that on the tour. You're gonna find out that what King James was of the same nation as you, man, who preserved the Bible. You're gonna find out all of that. You're gonna find out all the books that King James wrote, man. King James, obviously King James authorized the translation of the Bible, but he also wrote books. Also, he wrote a few books in his time, man. And listen,
he wrote a book about. He literally wrote a book about how smoking is disgusting, isn't it?
He said
Was
it's
that somebody else?
Nah, that was King James. It's got a counter blast to tobacco. It goes, it's harmful to the lungs. It's harmful to the brain. Listen, man. King James wrote this book in I believe he wrote this book in like 1601. It said tobacco is harmful to the lungs. It's harmful to the brain. It's a disgusting act. And even he said when people die, their insides is full of soot. So even from 1600s, they knew the dangers of smoking, man. They knew the dangers of tobacco from the 1600s. This is a book that King James wrote. It's like a thin book, but it's a good book to let you know how he felt about tobacco, man. He goes, it's disgusting and it stinks and it's harmful. He said this in the 1600s, man. And now people
I didn't read it.
Smoking. So like I said,
I didn't read nothing about it. Guess how I know? Because my school teacher told me. King James, I know it's black, but she told me how King James spoke about smoking, man. Another book that King James speaks about. He speaks against witches and wizardry. Another one where he speaks about against being a sexual deviant, man. It speaks against two men marrying, man. So luck, yeah.
So yeah, he wrote some books, man. And his sons was also black. Charles I, Charles II, his grandson all of them, James VII, and all of them. And then obviously, when the throne was meant to get passed to James VII, you want to find out, you coming down to the Scotland trip, we'll tell you. So luck, yeah. You'll find out why James VII didn't get the throne if you come on down to the Scottish trip. The last the last of the Jacobite kings, man. Listen, man. Come on down, man. If you want to find out.
Why would you want to come on down? Come on, man. Let's have a road trip, man. You're not doing nothing on your Saturday. You're not doing nothing on your Friday, your Saturday, your weekend. Have a road trip, man. Put some petrol in your tank, man. Go get a hotel, man. And go travel to Scotland, man. Go travel to the capital of Scotland, man, which is Edinburgh, man. And come see the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Let me get one last video before we wrap up, man. You know what I mean? So this is Nice. Nice came to the streets of London. And this is how Nice treated his fans, man. Nice is a millionaire. If you know anything about the rapper Nice, he likes to give people's turkeys on Christmas. He likes to buy, what else did he buy? Everyone grills.
I've seen this one.
Buy everyone traders. And Nice came to London. Before he helped poor black people by giving them money, he gave them weed, man. So like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. This man came to London and throwing weed on the ground.
You go to a party,
do you think it differs since like?
Listen, this man's throwing weed to his fans, man. And his fans think that that's love. That ain't love, man. If a man loves his fans, he wouldn't want them on weed. He's throwing weed to his fans. Wouldn't you throw money or things that can help them? And let me show you how destructive weed is, man. I'm gonna show you how people think that because they're smoking weed that they addicts, man. I'm gonna show you that according to common knowledge, that you are an addict, man. This is what one of the people said. The weed's on the floor, soaking wet. This is what one of the addicts said, man. Look at that, man. That's how you know that if you smoke weed, you are an addict. The weed is on the floor, it's soaked, man. This man's saying, guys, don't step on the weed, man. Don't step on the weed, man. It's just weed, man. You're only gonna smoke it anyway. And he thinks that, oh my God, he's stepping on money, he's stepping on the weed that I can smoke, man. And that shows you that, listen, let me tell you something. If you smoke weed, you are a drug addict, man. You are a drug addict. People say, if you ask a man, you take drugs? Now I don't take drugs. Smoking with weed, though. Implying that weed ain't a drug. Weed is a drug. If a man can throw weed in the air, you're dying to catch it. Listen, you are an addict, man. It's lucky, man.
And if you're smoking anything, you know you're an addict, man. Listen, I've seen people go outside in minus 10 degrees to smoke a cigarette, man. Imagine outside's freezing, man. Outside's freezing, like minus 10 degrees. And because you want to smoke so much, you would rather go stand in that cold, whereas you could just say, you know, I'm just not going to smoke. But for when people want to take their drugs, they're going to find a way, man. They go outside in minus 10 degrees. And what Nines is doing here is so wrong, because when you look in that crowd, there's a ton of children in the crowd. He's throwing cannabis into the crowd, and there's a ton of children, and everybody's cheering and everybody's happy, man. And this is how you and this is how you know these, and this is why you need to raise your children better, man. Don't have your children acting like a groupie for weed. Your children's all. Imagine watching a video, man. You see your little child doing all of this for weed. Listen, he's gonna make these children get a habit that they didn't have to get, man. These children are gonna be dependent on weed. Why? Some of them now, because they're a Nines fan, this is gonna be the first time they've ever been exposed to weed, man. And then they're gonna get hooked on it, and they're gonna be smoking weed. And weed's usually a gateway drug to something else, man. Weed's a gateway drug to something else. All drugs leads to something else, man. These is kids. What do you think is gonna happen when they can't afford weed? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna have to commit crime to be able to afford that weed, man.
That's right.
So him thinking he's just throwing weed and it's all fun and games. Yeah, you're destroying these children, man, in the crowd. Because now they're gonna have to commit criminal activity to be able to keep up this habit that you've exposed them to. What he should do, he should use his platform. What he should do is use his platform, because Nines has got like probably millions of followers. You should use his platform to do the right things. This is what you do. Give your platform to Commanding General YAHANNA, man.
That's right.
Share one of our videos on your platform, man, where we speak against the drugs and all of those things. Post that on your platform, man, instead of posting you throwing cannabis out. Listen, man, we don't need no more drug addicts in the community, man. We got enough.
That's right.
We got enough drug addicts in the community. We don't need no more now. It's time to clean up the community, man. We've got enough drug addicts in the community, enough alcoholics in the community. It's time to clean up the community, man, and raise up more prophets and good sisters that you find in the I.S.U.P.K, man. It's time to raise up brothers and sisters and have them on the right path. That's what it's time to do, man. This man's throwing out weed and all of those kind of things when there could have been better things he could have threw out, man. There's little girls in the crowd screaming, catching weed. He could have threw out oven gloves and aprons, man. That's what he could have threw out. He could have threw out oven gloves and aprons and all of those kind of things, man.
That's right.
So lucky, I yield. So lucky.
Absolutely right, man. They could be throwing out books and stuff that could actually help people, man. He's throwing out the shit that, you know, gives people, that damages people's brain cells, man, and gives people black lips and bronchitis and all that type of stuff there. And he's considered a good man. People see that for a rock. Nine's a good man. Look at him throwing out weed, man. When weed is what is destroying our community. All you gotta do is look up the effects of weed on the NHS website, man. And it will let you know. Listen, for once in your life, stop listening to your Rastaman, man. Your local Rastaman will tell you weed's good, man, and it was on King Solomon's grave. Listen, what does he know, man? What does a Rastaman know, man? You know, I mean, Rastaman don't know the Bible. Rastaman don't know science, man. Regular science will tell you that weed is wrong for you, man. It's bad for you. Regular scientists will tell you that weed causes what? Schizophrenia, man. Paranoia. Damages your brain cells. Smoking anything is not good for your lungs, man. A Rastaman don't know about science, man. You know what they do, Dungabar? When you say, yo, listen, weed causes schizophrenia, what do they do? They say, fire for the white man science, man. Oh, okay. All right, safe. Fucking excuse me. I find some proof that weed ain't good. And your counteraction is, yo, that's the white man science, man. You know what I mean? That's what they do. So like you said, Alawa Panya.
Alawa Panya. Bro. Yeah, boss,
Salaki said we can't hear you. Let me unmute you, Salaki said. Salaki said your mic is muted. Salaki, other one, you got your mic on mute.
I think I'm good to go now. How about now?
I hear you, good sir.
Most High crazy. How about you, Scheinberger? Thumb the water, Hakim. UK. Clap it up, Warriors. I'm coming down there. Oh, I've been practicing. Oh my Lord, I've been practicing now. And, you know, this is a good confession for me. I would love to talk like brothers in the UK, but I feel like you'll laugh at me. Is that true, Tell? I
won't laugh.
Listen, I want to say bloke and mate. I want to call a department a flat. I want to say the boot of the car. I want to say, are you taking a piss? I want to talk like that. But it's like I'm gonna be laughed at if I talk like that. Now, should I talk like that or not?
I think you should. It's
like, listen, because of course I've watched every episode of Top Boy, every last one. I crammed the episodes in like I was learning the scriptures. But listen, I want to come in there. But why did the young man Mayan let me use his room tonight so I can come in there and talk to you brothers from the UK? I never get to come in this room. I'm finally in here seeing what the hell is going on in this room. So good job. What can I do for you warriors tonight, man? Anything?
Go on, concert. Just wanted to say thank you. You know, I mean, the UK been holding it down for a long time, thanks to Commander YAHANNA.
Damn right.
And all the generals under you. And it's nice that we can show you, how our side of the globe, and invite you into the UK, you know what I mean, and show you how things are on this side of the world. The same way how you was hospitable to us when we come to Passover, come to California and cookouts and stuff. And it's gonna be, it's gonna be a privilege to have you in the UK, man. I can't wait.
Me either, boy. Well, let me tell you, brother, the ISUPK UK camp has always been a jewel in the crown of the ISUPK, brother. Under your leadership, Karafia, I cannot wait to come down there and see you, brothers, and be with you and be able to see what the wonderful work that you've done down there in the UK, because I've always heard about it. And of course, your reputation is renowned all over this nation for the kind of work that you brothers are doing in the UK and standing up for people in the UK that no one cares about. I've been doing so much research, brother, on how belittled the West Indian brothers and sisters are there under the so-called Africans, how belittled they are. And the low self-esteem that the tribe of Benjamin has to suffer because an African believes that he's better than you, man. And what you're doing down there is raising the self-esteem of a people who are the chosen people of God, who are princes walking upon the earth as if they're servants and being forced to be subservient to someone that is not worth any effort at all to even know. The way that the Asians, these people from India, and the South Asian people, brother, have been treating the West Indians down there for years. And it gets absolutely ignored by everyone but you, Karafia, and the brothers under you. And I want to thank you for your service, warrior. I want to thank you for your service and the service of you brothers who are heroes in my eyes. Please believe that. You understand?
I also want to thank Commander YAHANNA and all the generals under him as well, because I remember it like it was yesterday, watching YouTube and seeing the generals and the captains and officers that woke me up. You know what I mean? I remember it like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? You, Commander YAHANNA, letting Captain Mashap, mentor the UK and give us, strength and guidance and counsel we need, to raise up the school in the UK and to hold fast, and to hear that, the generals, captains, Commander YAHANNA himself is coming to the UK.
Amazing.
I'm just amazed, man. I'm glad to see this day, man. And I can't wait to see, the Commander YAHANNA in person, yourself, the generals next week. I can't wait to see you in my home. I'm like,
right. And I know for a fact, Commanding General YAHANNA, brother, is so excited and so happy to be coming to the UPK. And he's proud of you, brothers, man. He sees that the fight that you have, and he sees that you are no cowards down there. He sees that. And he's very proud of you. And that's why he's personally making this trip down to the UPK, brother, to honor your hard work. Well done. Harlem is coming to the UK. Harlem is coming to Birmingham, brother. Harlem is coming to London. Here we come.
That's right.
Any questions? Are we good? Any questions from anyone online? Anything I need to do, let me know. What's your name over here, warrior?
Dum Gabar, sir.
Dum Gabar, good to meet you, brother. I remember you. Good to see you again, warrior.
Good to see you too, sir.
Damn right, brother. You gotta go ahead.
That's the brother with the two wolves, sir. That's
the brother. Well done. The brother with the two wolves. No one will ever forget that. That's going to be famous for years. The Benjamite that rocked the two wolf heads to the Passover. Well done, warrior. That made the fake Israelites have seizures. The fake Israelites and the Christians saw you on the internet with two wolf heads, and they had seizures, brother. I mean, they could not stand it. They hated it. And when I saw it, I knew that the Holy Spirit was on you, brother. Well done. Well done. Anything else, Doc?
Come on, I just wanted to say that, like in America, we see that the racism is in your face, just outright. You know, American racism, the oppressors over there are more in your face. Whereas, why do you think in the UK it's more, the racism is more prestige, kind of more low? They hit you with racism, but they hit you more. Like in America, you know, they'll outright call you, you know, out of your name. They'll outright, you know, say stuff like that. But in the UK, they'll more disguise it and dress it nicely. Is there a reason why, or it's just
No, there absolutely is a reason why. The Bible says that the young horn shall uproot the older horns. That's in the book of Daniel. America treats you the way a child would treat you, and the UK treats you like an adult would treat you, but they're both oppressors. The UK is older, and because of that, they're more refined with their oppression. They've been oppressing people a lot longer than America. Do you understand? They're more skilled at it. America is rough-handed and, you know, and has no skill when it comes to oppression. They're heavy-handed. But Great Britain, they've been oppressing people since, my God, since Elizabeth I, or since, I don't know, you can pick the queen, God knows how long ago, when they begin to oppress people, and they're more skillful at it. They're more intelligent than they are in the States. They're more experienced at slavery. They're more experienced at oppression, while the Americans have only been doing it for a couple of 100 years. The people in Great Britain have been oppressing people for, my God, 1,000 years or something like that, or 600 years since the Renaissance at least. They've been oppressing people. And so that's the difference. The difference is in the UK, you're dealing with a devil who is far more advanced in time and experience, and they know how to oppress people, sometimes in a way where you can't even notice it. Where you don't even notice it. And in America, they don't have the experience to know how to do it so with so much grace, with so much class. And in Great Britain, they know how to oppress you, and you don't even notice it. Like I found that on my research, brother, where it's so hidden, and it's almost like just woven into the fabric of life. It's like it's just part of society, and no one questions it. No one thinks that you should riot or you should be angry about it. It's like just accepting that the winter is cold and the summer is hot. That's the way slavery and oppression is in the United Kingdom, because they've been doing it so long. They're better at it. You understand?
So if I may say, the black man, the brother himself, did a study in England, the whole country. The study was to find out, is England racist? And they come to the conclusion that England isn't racist. I don't know how they came to that conclusion when they're deporting the Windrush, when black people are being shot by the police, where black women are getting beaten up in stores, but they came to that conclusion. A black man conducted the whole study, and he himself not racist. It blows my mind.
Well, let me tell you, you know what, you in the UK, when you ask someone, is the UK racist, you have to think, what is the right thing to say? That's what the answer they're going to give you. They're not going to tell you the truth. What they're going to say is, what's the proper thing to say? You get my point? So if someone asked you, is the UK racist, they're not thinking about Windrush. They're not thinking about the oppression and how the Arabs and the Pakistanis oppress them and own businesses and they never can own a business. They're not thinking about it. They're thinking about, make sure I say what is acceptable. Make sure I say the right thing. And that's the answer they give, even though I can guarantee that the people they asked are suffering under oppression every day, are suffering in terrible neighborhoods, and they see the Pakistanis and the East Indians and the Africans prospering in their stead. But yet, if you ask them the question, if someone from the UK will think, I have to say the right thing. I have to say the proper answer. So they'll ignore the truth and just say the thing that is accepted by everyone. Do you understand?
Call one, sir.
Come.
Absolutely. Dagobah, you got a question for the general or?
I just want to say, for Wada to Commanding General Yohanna, all the generals, because I remember when we first found the truth, it was on Zoho chat. That's why this was a while ago.
Damn.
This was a time before YouTube where if you missed the class, you missed the class. That started UK time. It started midnight. I remember we used to stay up till midnight watching the class, late for slavery the next day to learn the breakdowns, and we was watching the classes from then General. You probably didn't even know. So it's amazing to see that all the brothers are going to be coming over to the UK.
I'm telling
so
you.
I appreciate it, sir, for order to you and all the generals.
Listen, well, once again, on behalf of Commanding General Yohanna, man, we appreciate your sacrifice and your hard work, man, and the pilgrimage you came and made to Harlem, New York, to find the truth, man. And we honor the sacrifice that you brothers made. It was not small, and we understand it, brother. And Commanding General Yohanna, once again, is coming there himself to honor what you brothers and sisters have done down there. You understand? There's a sister right there. Give her a hand. How about it? That's a hardcore One West sister right there, brother. That sister is One West. Well done, Karafia. You're doing a hell of a job. You know how to pick him. Give him a hand. He knows what he's doing. And she looks good. Listen, she's beautiful. Thawadi, how she mouth about Shimmy Awashai. Karafia's rib is beautiful and skillful and intelligent. Listen, do you have a sister? Do you got any single women down there? Because I'm bringing some hungry Judites down there. I'm bringing some Judites down there that are absolutely hungry for a cup of tea down there in the UK. Hungry for a cup of tea, some crimpet.
She's taken already, so
oh, she's taken already. Yo, well done. Listen, well done. We'll have to find somebody down there for these hungry Judites. I'm bringing down there to the UK. Most High in Christ. Did anyone else want to say anything?
Like I said, I just wanted to say, obviously, Thawada to Commanding General Yohanna, all the generals, the captains, the officers, down to the troopers, and obviously the sisters who labor with me.
Damn right.
And also, Thawada says to you specifically for all the council, for all the help, for just righteous leadership in general. So always appreciate that, Thawada, every time. And we can't wait to have you guys over. Can't wait to host you. Can't wait for the pictures, the drinks, the food.
Damn right.
When it's that time to take pictures, sir, just be ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Well, once again, Commanding General Yohanna, he absolutely knows about the sacrifice that the sisters make down there in the UK, and it's tremendous. And I've heard about this Benjamite food, and I'm coming to eat. I'm coming to eat all of it. I'm coming to maintain my strength down there with Benjamite food.
That's right.
well done. The water again, sis. I just want to come in and say shalom to you, brothers. I can answer some questions for you. If not, I'll let you go ahead and get back to it. You just let me know what you need me to do, all right?
Go on, Carl. If I could, sir, like what I'm not sure if you saw it, but I posted a video like literally 2 seconds before you came in. There was a rapper in London, and he was throwing weed to the crowd. You know what I mean? Being in the black community, there's so much things we need. Food, money, drivers. I'd like to know your opinion on why you would throw weed to the crowd instead of
Well, let me tell you. Well, in most cases like that, right? You'll be able to find out that this rapper is in essence he works for a weed company. Is weed legal in the UK yet?
No, sir, not yet.
Weed is not legal he threw illegal weed in the UK.
Come on, because they lowered it from like I think grade B to grade C. They've lowered it, and it's tolerated, meaning it's illegal, but it's tolerated, meaning
so no one will get arrested for it.
If a policeman wanted to, he could by law, but if you don't want to, it's like when something's tolerated, meaning like it's not a big deal. If a policeman wanted to be on your case, he could.
Well, that's how it was in America a little while ago. Really, weed is fine unless you get pulled over and you're black. Then the police, if he wants to arrest you, can always use the fact that he smells weed to arrest any black person he wants. But he can ignore it when it's a white college student or when it's a white man and a prostitute. He can ignore that. But if he wants to arrest a black person, he has a ready-made excuse because he'll just say he smells weed coming out of their car. So now, one more question. Where do you buy weed from? If you're a drug addict, where do you buy weed from? Is it do you have stores that sell it, or do you have to buy it illegally?
You have to buy it illegally. You have to know somebody.
Well, let me tell you then. Okay, in cases like that, more than likely, the rapper is just so high that he doesn't know what in the hell he's doing. He's just a dope head. He's a drug. What do you call a drug addict in the UK? What's the slang term for that?
Crackhead.
Crackhead. I know that word well.
Weedhead, fiend.
I'm familiar. I know you call drugs food. Am I allowed to say food, or I can't say that? I watched every episode of Top Boy. Did I mention that? But do you use that word food for drugs, or is that just TV?
No, they call it food. Mainly for class A drugs, though. It's food. They don't consider brothers in the world don't consider weed food. Not mainly.
Oh, okay. Weed is not food. Weed is like cocaine and heroin. That's more food.
God, it's like brothers in the world don't consider weed drugs. They'll say, "I don't take drugs. I take weed though." So
they're like that. They're like that in the States as well. They don't consider weed even a drug yet. Every time they murder someone, they smoke a blunt first. Right? Every single time. No one in America does any crime. They don't shoot someone. They don't rob someone without smoking weed first before they do it. But they don't consider weed a drug at all. Sometimes in the case of that rapper Rock, he's just so high that he just threw weed to the crowd because he's a drug addict. And also, America, just like Great Britain, wants our brothers and sisters to be drug addicts because people are far easier to control when they're drug addicts. If you become a drug addict, really, I don't need to control you. I'll just control weed, and then I'll control you because you need to smoke every 10 minutes. If you smoke cigarettes, what do they call cigarettes over there?
Fags.
Fags. If you smoke fags, you need one about every 10 minutes. So you're not rebelling. You're not changing the world. You need a fag every 10 minutes. And if you are a weed head, you need that every night? Am I wrong? At least every night. You might need it every morning when you wake up, and you might need some in the night. You're not changing the world. You're addicted. You have a habit that you have to serve. And so that's why every oppressed people, the oppressor always pushes drugs on them. And that's been going on since the 1930s. That's been going on for a long time. Drug addiction is a major tool of oppression. I mean, it's helpful. It's like a whip or a slavery. You need it to make the slaves behave. You need them to be high. So then you control the drugs, you control them. But if they're awake, they become far less easy to control. You understand? That's us in the UPK. We can't be controlled because we don't have addictions. We battled our addictions. We went to war in ourselves to take control of ourselves. And if you don't do that, then someone else controls you. I can imagine how that crowd behaved. Where's the video at? Let me check it out.
Lucky, sir. It was so bad. There was weed on the floor, and the guy was saying, "Don't step on it. Don't step on the weed." Like he was like, "Don't listen. I could take that later. Don't step on the weed." That's how crazy it was.
That's terrible, Lot. Like that's an idol to him. Like that weed is a god to him. But yet he'll say he's not addicted to it. I'll check it out with you right here. But yet he'll say that he does not have an addiction. It becomes a god, man. I'll check it out. Go ahead. Good Lord. Oh, he just went with a truck and just dumped weed into a crowd. Listen, I wonder, somebody could have paid him, brother.
This is the next guy.
Huh?
So like I said, this is the next guy talking about don't step on it.
Okay. Don't step on the weed.
Sir.
Now, can you imagine him trying to? Now he's going to go home and try to raise a family. You know, try to have a wife, try to keep a job, try to teach his children. Now, what is he going to teach a child? Like, what could he possibly say to a child to raise up his nation, to make sure that his wife is okay, to make sure his children can get through this world without losing their life, man? A drug addict has nothing to offer its family. Nothing.
That's right.
All you can offer them is a future just like yours. All you can offer them is more drug addiction. It looks like this cat just wanted everyone to get high. He might work for some drug dealer trying to, you know, feed everyone drugs. That's a big tool of drug addicts, of drug dealers in America. There's these things called testers back when they had crack cocaine. And you would just give testers out to all the crackheads. You just give them away, knowing that if you by tomorrow or tonight, they'd be back to sell you everything in their house, to sell everything they had to get another hit. So it could be that he sells weed, or he's going to in some way get people to buy this weed later on. You get my point?
Call it one, sir.
No sweat. No sweat. Anything else?
Anything else, maybe? So like one more second. I don't want to hold you too long, sir. So
no, I'm good. I'm at your disposal. Go ahead.
One more thing. So in the UK, there was a big thing where a sister she went to buy some weave from East India man. They own all the weave shops. It's crazy because they don't know what weave is. They don't know what you do with it. They don't know if you glue it, sew it. All they know is black people love it, and black people go to them for the weave. We don't have our own weave shops. So she wanted to return some items, and the East Indian man wasn't having it. So she goes, you know what? I'm gonna return it anyway. This East Indian man started choking her. It was a big thing. She got locked up as well by the police. So there was a rapper who's influential in Brixton, and he said something about this woman, and I want to know what you think about what he said.
I know the story, but can I hear it? Also, let me see that woman. It was a blonde-haired sister that came out to speak against the situation as well. You should also play what she said, because what she said was a big part of the problem and the reason that these East Indians own everything that we need in life, even our hair, which is an embarrassing thing to say. If you have a video, you can play it for the people, and then I'll break it down for you.
Call the one, sir.
I'm going to call the police.
This man put his death on me. This man with me, man. This get off me. This man just strangled me. Get the fuck off me.
You decide.
And when did this happen, Ak?
That's the sister getting last week.
And so he choked her. She's trying to exchange the weave for money or something. And he starts to choke her when she tried to leave the store. He, of course, accused her of stealing. Am I right?
Come on, concert. A part of the video where she was getting choked so bad. It's twice her size. She's getting choked so bad. She was talking. And as she was talking, he grabbed her throat, and she made that sound like that's how bad he choked her.
Oh, damn. And so and everyone is rightfully angry about this, correct?
That's correct, sir. Come on.
Did you have more video you wanted to play on it?
I was trying to get the video of the protest outside.
Yeah, if you could. That's a good one up. Because let me tell you, because once again, this is a prime example of oppression. This is the way it is in America. It's like this in Jamaica. It's like this in Trinidad. It's like this in Puerto Rico. It's like this in Mexico. It's the same thing everywhere. We're the population that every other nation eats off of. And we have to come to them for every basic need in life, even hair. I mean, that is insane if you think about that up. And black and Hispanic women, brother, have been using hair products and dressing themselves up since the 30s. Since the 1930s, black women have been making hair products, making this and making that, and all kinds of different things for the hair. And here we are, brother, in 2023, and we still have to buy even hair from another nation in your neighborhood. You're not going into some Pakistani neighborhood to buy hair. He's selling hair in your neighborhood, and no one burns down his shop. No one assaults him. No one does anything to him. The West Indians in the UK, brother, you were so hospitable to these Pakistanis, man. Is that what he is, or he's from India?
Pakistani or India, they're both the same.
It's the same thing. Like, think how hospitable you've been to them. You've been to this country, brother, before him.
That's right.
Before him, sitting in that country, and you accepted him in your neighborhoods. What would have happened? I can tell you right now, what would have happened if he moved into a white neighborhood? In America, his store would get burned down.
That's right.
White people do not allow you to be from another race and to live in their neighborhood. You can't move in some Italian-American neighborhood and be another nation. And I can guarantee there's neighborhoods in London that they will never let a Pakistani have a shop in their neighborhood. They would never allow it. Places in North England and Northern England, close to Ireland, they would never let someone from Pakistan open up a chip shop or anything in their neighborhood. But what did the West Indians do? The West Indians accepted them, were kind to them. Where is this shop at? What part of the UK?
Peckham, South London, where black
South
people
London. Accepted them, kind to them, hospitable. And most of all, we spend our money there. Money that we work hard for. And we don't have a lot of it. But we spend our money in these Pakistani and Indian stores, money that is precious to us. We give it to them. And it's not like we have a choice because they own everything. They own everything. And how are we treated? How are we treated? How do they return your hospitality? With contempt. They hate the fact that they have to make money from you. They wish one day that they could do well enough in life so they could never have to take your money again. But in the meantime, they treat you with contempt, even though they need you to send their children to school, to university. They need you to send their children to university, but yet they treat you with contempt. It's disgusting, and it should show everyone that you're oppressed. You're on drugs, and you buy your hair from someone from across the other side of the world. You buy your hair from him. You have the video yet?
Come on, concert. So like, if I can say,
go ahead, boy.
My grandmother told me that the Pakistanis came like 10 years after she came, and how black people would fight the skinheads for them. White men had a thing called, they used to call it, excuse my French, Paki bashing, where they used to go on a spree and just beat up the first Pakistani man to see. It was just fun. And just drive around the car, any Pakistani man they'll see, they'll beat him up, and they call it Paki bashing. And black men used to fight the skinheads for them, fight the NFs and the Teddy boys back then for them. And now the Pakistanis are up above. They don't help us.
Well, you know, that's in the Bible in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and about the 45th verse, brother, where the people the people came unto us, and we became the tail, and they became the head. That now they're not from our neighborhood. They come to be with us, and they get above us very high. The story your grandmother told you is the story my grandmother told me. Is the story in Mexico. Is the story in Guatemala. Is the story in Haiti. It's the exact same story. A people that no white race would ever treat them with hospitality. And the reason that they did that Paki bashing is to make sure that the Pakistanis knew not to ever come set up a store in their neighborhood.
That's right.
They knew. They made sure of it. The Pakistanis didn't feel safe in their neighborhoods. The Pakistanis were afraid to go in their neighborhoods. So they came into your grandmother's neighborhood. And your grandmother's brothers and sisters treated them with kindness, treated them with compassion, because the tribe of Benjamin, you are the chosen people of God, the same tribe that Paul came from, the same tribe of commanding General YAHANNA. The tribe of Benjamin is a great tribe, man, a kind tribe. And like the Bible says, you're the wolf, and you take care of your pups. You take care of your families. And so you looked at the Pakistanis like, well, they're in our neighborhood, so we'll take care of them. We'll be kind to them. and they return your kindness and your hospitality with contempt. Now let them see the other side. That's all. Now the Pakistanis need to see the other side. Now you need to do it the other way. And the Most High will handle that. He'll handle giving them the other way. You understand, right?
Come on, Kyle.
Whenever you have the thing, play it for me, please.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh, this is the good one here. Listen to this one very carefully. Go ahead, Art. Stop right there. You heard what she said out? She said the South Asians are predatory. Everyone knows it's true, but if you ask them on the phone, they'll say the place is not racist. It is not a racist country. And guess what? There's no way that the South Asians could have enough power to predatorize you unless the devil, the oppressor in London or in England, gives them that power.
That's right.
They make sure they never live in their neighborhoods, and so they come to our neighborhood knowing that we will treat them with kindness and hospitality. Now, I don't know, is this woman someone that you know of?
Let us say I seen her before.
Well, she is a big part of the problem. Now, she knows that the Pakistanis, the South Asians are predators, and they predatorize the tribe of Benjamin, the chosen people of God, the West Indians that live in the UK. But listen to what she says next. Go ahead. I can't hear that part. Go ahead. Pause. Now here it is. Now once again, and this is why a drug addict woman can never be in charge of revolution. The whole protest is about the Pakistanis who are predators and who are abusing the chosen people of God, the West Indians there in the UK. But she turns the entire protest to be about black men. That's what she's going to do right now. She turns the entire thing. She's like, oh yeah, and another thing I can't stand. Yeah, and another thing I don't like is you black men who are saying protect black women. So now she is going to chastise black men who are saying protect black women. So imagine you being a black man who came out to this protest, and you're there because you love your women, you love your sisters. And then this piece of garbage sits up there to yell at you at a Pakistani protest. How in the hell, why is she yelling at you at a Pakistani protest? Listen carefully and she'll tell you why. Go ahead.
A couple of months ago, I was in the street with my trans partner and I was spat on in the face by one of you black brothers. So I want you to check yourself, check the same violence that you might be doing.
Pause. Here we go. Did you hear that, Karafia Dumgabar? Did you hear the problem? Last week, she was in the street with her trans partner, her transgenders. I see y'all got them over there too, huh?
Sadly, yeah. Everywhere, so lucky.
Yeah, I see they over there as well. Well, I see you got the same disease over there. The famous trans person. I mean, when I was a kid, I don't even know what a trans person was. I think you had just cross dressers back then. I think that's what you had, as far as I remember. What you have back then?
Back then, you might get one. You might see one man in your whole life dressed as a woman, and
I know in the West Indian country you might never see one. I know that back then the tribe of Benjamin didn't play that. I don't know. Mashak told me that's changed now. It has it changed?
Come on. It's changed now. But yeah, once upon a time it will cost you your life. If you was even too close to a man, you know, you have to let everyone know. Listen, it's not that.
Listen, we're playing cricket. That's all we're doing. You had to make sure that they knew it was strictly friendship, right?
So, if you and a man was together alone, just let them know this is friendship. It's not that. You let it plain. You couldn't even say certain stuff that sound kind of. What's some words to say? Like you couldn't say, you know, I'm coming to the shop. You say I'm gonna go. certain Caribbean people didn't say. They let it plain and clear. They say, listen, you know, it was that clean. But now, you know.
Listen, that's how Commanding General YAHANNA is right now. He's like that right now. Commanding General YAHANNA is a old school Caribbean man. Do you understand me, brother?
Go on,
he's like that right now today. And well, let me tell you, I heard it's changed now among the tribe of Benjamin, and that's sad because it's not your culture to accept sexually deviant lifestyles, man. That's not who you are. But now here you are, this woman at a rally about a Pakistani that strangled a woman. She has to chastise black men for not accepting the transgenders. So now she has to chastise you because you're wrong for loving black women unless you can love the transgenders as well. So you're wrong. And things like that, brother. That's why these drug addicts, these sexual deviants will never help us because their allegiance is divided between their people and whatever sexual deviance they have. They can't lead black people because in their mind, they're not even black. They're a transgender. They're a gay person. They're a whatever sub lifestyle they're living in that's a sexual deviance. They have an allegiance to that thing. But we need people who only have an allegiance to their blood, to their brothers and sisters, man. So much so that we'll help people who are sick and have sexual deviances because of some sexual trauma that they had as a child. We'll help those people. When someone like her, will just further aggravate the wound of sexual misconduct. Like if you've been molested as a child and sexually assaulted as a child, instead of helping you, she is going to make it worse by telling you to go deeper into your trauma, to let that trauma take more of a hold of you. And then if you try to help a sister who's been strangled by a Pakistani, she's going to yell at you because you don't love transgenders, man. I mean, this is why we buy hair from them, because of her. We buy hair from them because of her. Everybody understands. Was that the only thing you want to finish the rest of it, or was that it?
There's one celebrity that he was like he was kind of defending the shop owner.
Mm-hmm.
And
really?
He is influential. Is black. What you think about that?
Let's see him too. What's his name?
His name is Big Nasty. He's from South London, Brixton. He was saying that, you know, that why is it a color thing and how shop owners have a hard time dealing with crackheads and people trying to steal from them all the time.
Listen to that. Go ahead and play it when you're ready.
A past kind of. That's what he was kind of saying. Come on, let me see if we can find it.
And Big Nasty. He's a West Indian brother.
Go on, so I can say you gotta say nasty if you can. You can say nasty. So I can say
nasty.
They call it Big
Thank you, Big Nasty. Thank you.
How about
you see every time I try to say a British word, how about laughs at me every time. I try to say it. She laugh at me every time. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Big Nasty.
God.
Big nasty. The water. Go ahead. You see? Go ahead and play it.
God.
Do you think it differs to some extent because you're seeing it as it's an Asian man that is you subconsciously entered within a black space, you're in a predominantly black area, selling products that are ideally for black women?
I was born in Brixton, 85. From 85 till I'm now, Asians run the hair product business. So if black people had a problem with Asians running the hair product business, you should have done it for the days of fucking Black and Beautiful, or with the fucking hair, the pink hair spritz. But don't remember these are blue magic.
Yeah.
Where was he buying off people who hate you? Don't fucking get me mad, man. Are you alright, man? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. What are you talking about?
We have been.
What are you talking about? Black and Beautiful. Farmers is saying, oh, my fucking black Jamaicans. That bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. You get what I mean? Yeah. So we're in no fucking thing to start talking. We've been buying weed from the fucking days of Dancehall Queen, Lady Sort of Patra, Blue.
I mean, that's a that. So what is he saying? He's Karabia. What is he saying?
Your fucking perm.
Flucky, sir.
Go ahead. What is he make? What point is he trying to make?
So what he's saying is, it's not like we shouldn't hate the East Indian man because we've been buying from him for years, and he later on goes to say that it's we should leave him alone. That this man deals with people trying to steal from him all the time. So basically, it's a crackers try to steal from him all the time. So he got no patience. So if a woman gets choked, it's what it is.
You want to play that part? If you want to, go ahead.
Go on, Con. For the crowd, when he says nitties, he's talking about crackers. When he goes, nitties still from him all the time.
You get what I mean? Yeah. So if you want to control something and not do it, then you sort it out. Where do we buy our meat from? Where's the biggest butchers in Brixton? Sure as I have black butchers to you see me, if it's racism, I can understand that. But don't just use it as a thingy book, because this has been happening for years. The reason why it looks bad, because we have to talk the truth of what it is.
But I mean, in this story, though, just
I'm not accusing the system. Yeah. I'm saying you've got to look at two different. You've got to look at 2 points.
Yeah.
Don't look at it because she's a black woman and he's an Indian man. Just look at it as a man dragging up a woman in his shop
for potentially
for potentially stealing.
That is the fact.
There's no reason for you to drag up any woman like that.
Of course not.
So that now you can talk about anything else. But don't just go to the straight power weapon. It's a black woman. So what if it was a white woman in the shop? Or if it was the same Indian?
It would still be wrong.
It'd still be wrong.
It's true.
So don't highlight because she's black and she's Ghanaian or she's American. Fuck.
Let me tell you, okay, he is a pig. Big Nasty is a nasty pig. He's give me a terrible word that you would call him in the UK. Someone that's full of lust. And he loves Pakistanis because he buys his weed from Pakistanis. He buys his drugs from the people in Pakistan. And that's the reason he loves them. Because the Pakistani fulfills all of his lust. And he probably has Pakistani prostitutes. And he buys his drugs from the Pakistanis. And because of that, he loves them. And he doesn't want their shops to shut down. Let me tell you the truth of the matter. If that was a white woman, that Pakistani would have never choked her. It wouldn't be a white woman. Because he would have never done that to a white woman, because he would have been afraid to, because he wouldn't have gotten a Pakistani packed. What's that word you use, Karafia? Paki packed.
Pakistani Salaka or Pakistan, we call them.
What's the packing? When they packed them out, when they would beat the hell out of them. The one Karafia said earlier, that his grandmother told him.
Oh, Paki bashing.
Packy bashing, correct. He didn't want to get packy bashed. He would have never done that to a white woman, because if he did that to a white woman, his place would have gotten burned down. He would have gotten packy bashed. He would have gotten hurt. And so he would never do that to a white woman, and he would never have a store in a white neighborhood. He would never have that, because his store would get burned to the ground. They would throw rocks through the windows if he dared touch the white woman. They would never do that to a white woman. And somebody like this Big Nasty has low self-esteem, brother. That's low self-esteem. And do people in the UK believe him? Meaning, are people siding on his side, or are they angry with him?
So lucky, sir.
Go ahead, sis.
So lucky, if I could just chime in. So on the specific post of him saying that, basically, I'm sure that take color out of it, if the man's probably used to people stealing from his store regularly, and it could have been anybody of any race, he would have dealt with them. You know, I'm sure he has to deal with these things regularly. So I commented on the post and I said, it's not what she done, it's not the circumstances, it's if she wasn't black, would she have been dealt with in that manner?
Damn right.
I promise you, the way how everybody came for me, and when I clicked through everybody's profile individually, they were all black.
Always.
Everybody that came for me, that came to defend it, was basically saying, "Oh, there was one specific that I'll quote said, she shouldn't have been she shouldn't have been trying with the man, or she should know better how to deal with people, or she wouldn't have got dragged up, which basically means she wouldn't have got dealt with the way that she was if she dealt with the man better than that." And that person that said that was black.
What you're saying is always true. And let me give you another lie that people operate with as if it's true. If he was losing so much money from crackheads and niggers stealing in his store, what would any businessman do? Give me the obvious answer. Go ahead, Karafia.
Get security, sir.
Something worse than that. If the business is being ravished by all of these nigger crackheads, then what would any business do, sister?
So like, set up shop in another neighborhood?
They would leave and they would set up shop in these safe neighborhoods where there are no crackheads and where no one steals. Let me give you another lie that the Pakistanis and the Asians and the Koreans run with. They're not getting robbed the way you think they are. The way that in your mind, you think, well, they're in a black neighborhood and I'm a filthy nigger and filthy niggers like me always steal. So it must be terrible to be in this neighborhood. They are thriving in your neighborhood. Thriving. They're sending their children to university because they're not getting robbed. They are making a mint of money. They're thriving. But yet, because you're black and you hate your own face and your own mother and your own father, you look at them like, they're here with us niggers. It must be terrible. Meaning you want to leave your neighborhood. That's your dream, right? It's the black and Latino dream to get out of your neighborhood. So when you see a Pakistani in your neighborhood, you think it must be terrible for him. It must be horrible for him to have to sell me everything I need. It's not, brother. He's not getting robbed. He is thriving in your neighborhood, and I'll prove it. He never leaves. I'll prove it. I'll prove he's thriving because he never leaves. Where's the good neighborhood at? Why doesn't he go there? Why doesn't he go where all these nice white people are who never steal? You know why? Because there is no one more violent and no one that steals more than oppressors. No one steals more than them. No one. If he went to a white neighborhood, they would steal the entire store. They would steal everything. They would steal the lease. They would steal the contract that he has to own the business. He'd come in one day and he'll find out that he signed a piece of paper that means he sold the shop and he didn't even know he sold the shop. They'll take everything. He stays in your neighborhood because you treat him better than any other neighborhood. That's why he's there. You treat him the best. Otherwise, he would leave. That Pakistani is not leaving that neighborhood. Not because he is thriving there. He is getting rich there. And you people are the reason for his success. You're not the reason. You're not the reason that he's losing money. You're the reason he's making money. You're the reason that the shop is so successful. And if I'm wrong, let me see him leave then. Let me see all these stores shutting down because Pakistanis are refusing to stay in these neighborhoods because they're getting robbed too much. Show me that one time. You'll never show me that because we're not robbing them. And we're not nearly doing what a white neighborhood would do to them. You understand?
If I could add.
Go ahead.
Also, what they need to realize is, I'm sure what they know, is we're scared to rob from them anyway. We can't go from one aisle to the next without them following us. So what's the odds of us managing to rob anything out their stores regardless?
Listen, brother, what the sister is saying is so true. We're not robbing them. It's a myth. It's propaganda. It's like a stereotype that we propagate because this is kind of the things that our mothers and fathers tell us. You know, our mothers and fathers, usually, if they're Christian, they make you hate yourself. They make you hate who you are. So you look at yourself like you're from a race of crackheads. You're from a race of thieves. And so because of your self-hatred, you look at a story like this and you think she deserves it. She's a crackhead and she's a thief. That's propaganda. It's an evil stereotype that someone else told you about yourself. And it's not true, because if it was true, they would leave where they can go make money in the good neighborhoods. That they never do. They never do. That's the reason that Big Nasty has shopped from these Pakistanis his entire life, because they never leave his neighborhood in Birmingham. They never leave it because they're thriving there. Go ahead,
That's a lucky general.
Go ahead, Dunga.
So around 13 years ago, basically one of these same hair shops, allegedly there was a sister from Jamaica. She didn't have no passport or nothing. So they claimed that she stole from the shop. So because she didn't have no passport, it was allegedly said that a ton of East Indians raped her in the hair shop. So this sparked a whole riot. It sparked a whole riot in about 2010. So there was a whole riot. There's still black people in jail for that riot till this day. So what do we say to those black people who riot one day, but shop in, go to the same shop the week later or 2 weeks later once the hype dies down? But also, with the back of that, sir, what happened with that is if you had a child that was part of that riot, because black people don't own houses, the government was evicting your parents from the house. So if you took part in that riot, your parents would get kicked out of the house. So because we didn't own the properties, a lot of black people got evicted from their houses, sir.
Well, let me tell you, the Bible says this: is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? You'd be surprised how accustomed you can become to oppression, brother. You can get very used to it. Let me read this. Column 1 come. That's right. They have taken over, and they love it, and they wish to get rid of the last of us that's still around. And we know we were here first. Absolute bastard. Salakia. Give to Zapawan a hand, Bunyami. He's telling the goddamn truth, man. Yeah, brother. Let me tell you, the same thing happens over here in the States, man, all the time. It's usually from the Chinese, usually over here, and they oppress us and hurt us and abuse us, and people are angry for about 3 days, and then later on, the Chinese person will say, 25% off hair. They'll make a sale, and the line will be around the corner with black women trying to buy that hair, brother. We're very accustomed to oppression, and we are not accustomed to freedom. Freedom is an entirely different world than the one we're used to. So they're going to talk about boycotting, but they don't know what they would actually have to do to boycott, the strength it would take to boycott. And drugs, smoking weed all day does not make you strong enough to boycott up. You don't have that kind of strength if you're a drug addict, because it takes some strength. It would mean you would have to inconvenience yourself forever and be ready to do it forever. Think about it like going on a strike. Does anyone in the UK ever have any big strikes? Any labor protests, labor strikes? Does that happen over there?
As of lately, everybody, the country's broke. Nurses, doctors, teachers, everyone's on strike at the moment.
Well, let me tell you, what they're doing is what we'd have to do as a people. We would have to just say, we're not going in these stores, even if we have to wear our natural hair or make some facsimile of hair. We'd have to find something else to wear. We'd have to wrap our heads up and not have wigs, not have fake hair. You'd have to be willing to go there. You get my point? You'd have to be willing to do what you had to do to not support them, which is why the culture we have in the UPK is perfect. Like Christmas. Christmas, I'm sure it's very big over in the UK, correct? Boxing Day, I'm sure it's very big. Is that right?
Constant.
Well, think about how many years you brothers have not supported Boxing Day, have not supported Christmas. You hurt the economy. You hurt the economy by not celebrating these things. What if more of us did it? We could totally wipe them out. Well, you could do the same thing with these Pakistani shops, but it would take some restriction in yourself, some discipline in yourself. You have to go travel farther to the West Indian owned store. It's probably some sad little West Indian store who needs your money, but they can never get it. They can never get it because there's so many Pakistanis taking your money from them. So that's the reason after these so-called proposed boycotts never work, because being a Christian drug addict doesn't afford you the strength to boycott anyone. You understand?
Go
ahead, Howard.
So okay.
No sweat.
Just two things I wanted to say. The thing is that when you listen to like these protesters and when you listen to the people speaking outside the shop, they're all saying, if we stop buying from these people, what do you think would happen? And if we stop giving them their money, they will fall to their knees. But that day, by the looks of it, it's never going to come. I feel like I've been hearing this since I was a child.
Of course.
That's one. And then the second thing is that once upon a time, we would never even have the opportunity to open these kind of stores. It was like them or nothing.
Yeah.
What they're doing now is the incentive of, yes, you can open these stores and it's going to have a black front and it's going to be black owned. But when you look at the supplier that the black owned companies are buying from, the money is going back to them regardless. They own the warehouses. They are the wholesalers. So regardless whether we buy it from a black owned store, the money is going back to them regardless. So we can't win at this point.
And eventually your Pakistani supplier would cheat you enough that your business would shut down, because he knows that if your business shuts down, his cousin is going to buy it. So now he'll just cheat you, and because you don't speak their language, they'll be talking about cheating you right in front of you and discuss cheating you, and you'll wonder why you're paying 25% more than the Pakistani store is paying. You're going to pay more money for your products. They're going to cheat you. And when you shut down, their family member who came to the UK last week will be in that store, opening up a brand new store and paying less from the supplier than you were. And what I'm telling you is a fact. This isn't my opinion. This is common knowledge. If you try to set up a business in the UK or America or anywhere else, it always happens like that. That's why they own those stores in our neighborhood, because West Indians were not allowed to open up those stores. You don't think the West Indians wanted to open up stores in that neighborhood? They were desperate to do it. They've been trying to do it. It's not like our people don't want to own our businesses. We want to own our businesses, and there's been so many of you that have tried and lost everything trying. But they do not allow you to open up a business in your own neighborhood. But they do allow a Pakistani, and then he'll complain as if he's getting robbed every day while his children are off in university driving a new car every goddamn week. And let me tell you something else. This is how good they have it. They've been having these stores since the 30s, 50s? I mean, the 50s or 60s, right? 70s, maybe?
50s. Come on, Hunter.
How long?
We had it first in the 50s where we was trying to do a thing, and then they came and bought it all off us.
In the 60s. Now, since then, you don't think any of them have made enough money to open up a brand new shop in a better neighborhood?
Come on, Carl.
Of course they have. Of course they've made enough money off of that small shop in Birmingham to open up a bigger, nicer shop in some posh neighborhood. But do they do it? No, because they are getting that rich in that poor neighborhood. And the posh neighborhood would never let them open up there. They would never let them open up in that neighborhood they're making so much money in your neighborhood, brother, that they're never going to leave. So I don't want to hear any crying about crackheads stealing. If crackheads are stealing, move out. Leave then. Right. Go to the wonderful place where no one steals. Show me that place. They'll never leave because they are predators and we're the prey.
That's right.
You understand? Anything else? Anyone else online? I think another sister made a comment. She said there are no leases. Does that mean you don't have? Do you have leases over there in the UK?
No, she said not the lease.
What is
she
it
said
called?
Not the lease. No, but we got leases. What she meant was not the lease, as in like, oh God, don't say the sell the lease.
Oh, I understand. Most High in Christ. Well, if that was it, I'll let you go, Warriors. Was there anything else?
Let us hear for myself. How about you done?
How about anything?
What they say?
You good to go down the bar?
Can't say good to go.
Anyone online? Oh, Most High in Christ. Once again, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Bragatham. Yahweh Shemauth Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And I will see you soon. Kwam Yasha Allah.
Kwam Yasha Allah. Most High Christ.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Bragatham.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Bragatham. Yahweh Shemauth Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The water UK.
Yo, Double Ball. What you say, Double Ball? Hard.
Listen, this trip's gonna be great.
It's gonna be mad. But listen, man, for everyone for logging in. You know, for everyone from Tazapa one. You know what I mean? To Taz number I, to Yi. Who else we got in here, man? You know what I mean? For what, man? You know, Barak Ya Allah. Our one there. You know what I mean? From Mashama, Tazanawa I. You know what I mean? For everyone for logging in, man. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a big event next week, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you come through. Make sure you come to Edinburgh Castle, where King James was born. Make sure you come to Leicester. Listen, man, it's gonna be live, man. You know what I mean? With that, I'm honestly big for what I like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Contact the school 079 607 46784. The UK is gonna be lit. So make sure you come through. The water for Dungabar for coming through. You know what I mean? Howaba. With that, I say shalom. Kwam Yasha.
UK, get yourselves ready for Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K. will be hosting a monster week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m., 12 Shield, General Mahayaman, Scripture Breakdown class, live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m., I.S.U.P.K. opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m., street party and barbecue at I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom. 10 p.m. Nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester. Special guest performance by 144, The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in Central London. 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m. Let a Hebrew speak live with 12 Shield, General Hazayan, Banyamya, 7 p.m. England Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham with 12 Shield, General Mahayaman, 9 p.m. Black Watch live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Shakespeare Theater and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784.